3, 2, 1. Welcome to Credit Zero.
All right. Can I cold open this?
Yeah.
All right, Drew. What's the oldest you'd go?
The oldest I'd go?
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
What's the oldest you'd go?
Oh, I know.
What's the oldest?
I'm thinking. Never mind, I'm not gonna answer.
What? No, do it.
I'm in the process of deciding on to buy a car. So I almost said 3 or 4 years.
Why did you have to say
Old people, Drew.
You know we are recording.
You complain that we frame shit on you all the time, and you just walk
I
into
said
it.
I was talking about cars.
You openly
okay?
offer out
Welcome
information.
to the season finale of Credit Zero.
Series finale at this point.
Yeah. Ending how we began. Drew, oldest person you'd go.
Oldest person I would have sex with? Is that what you're asking me?
Have sex with, eat, whatever you want to feel like.
What?
Whatever.
Person you would eat. That's an entirely different conversation.
At this age, I'm
Well, then
28.
answer twice.
This age, I'm 28.
Whoa, you basically are old,
Hey,
dude.
happy birthday.
You're like a senior citizen. You
Not
get
at this
discounts?
day, I'm 28. I would probably say, I don't know, 40.
You'd do 40.
Yeah.
At 28.
Maybe I could probably go a little bit older than that, but the older you go, the more it's your parents' age, and it's just
Well, that's what I'm thinking. If
the more sloppy it is.
I
What
guess.
does that
The
mean?
transmission blows out, you just can't.
Gross. All right, Luke. Oldest person you'd do.
Probably 45.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think let's also share our personal ages for context.
I am 25 years old.
And your name is?
My name is Luke.
All right.
And I go as old as 45 years old.
You already said my name. My name is Drew. I'm 28, and I'd fuck a 40-year-old.
It's like the intro to a TV show. It's like a Law and Order thing.
I am 22, so...
What's your name?
I don't know.
Oh, my name's Leslie.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't know about you.
I hope the fuck
But,
you do.
bitch, I hope the fuck you do.
Be a dead son of a bitch.
Probably early 30s, max. I don't know.
I thought you'd be the least prudish.
Really?
I thought you would be the least prudish.
Really?
Okay, well, taking the perspective of I'm a woman and I'm used to older men being immediately predatory. So I do not
more
feel
engaged in
positive.
the age
Okay,
group.
women, I would go up to fucking 50.
Thank you, God.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're
We
queens.
just said person.
We just said person.
This is
we
true.
didn't say men.
That's true.
Drew wouldn't even fuck a man. I've tried
No.
to make him
You
fuck a
too.
man.
Oh, I thought you tried to fuck him.
No, not a man. Go.
I'm Daryl. 32.
Back to the Obama thing.
Sorry, you're 32?
32.
I forgot about that. Wait, did you have a birthday recently?
No, it's in September.
What the hell? All
I'm
right.
32 for a long time.
All right. As long as everyone else is gonna be 32.
Yeah.
Well,
Drew. Don't bring up death on our
it's not
podcast.
death. He's not been 32 as long as everybody will be 32.
He will have been.
Will have been, but he isn't currently.
All right.
Daryl, you're almost the age of our Lord.
How old would you go?
2023 years old.
Are you enjoying getting deluged by us?
I don't know what to answer here.
How old would you fuck or eat? I guess.
Okay. I don't mind an elderly person. I feel like it's more about what their body is.
Define
capable
elderly.
Yeah, I was thinking that too because there's
like-
foxes, you
like
know,
a
but then there's
marathon runner
nasty
level,
old people.
of. Like
It's
old
a,
bats.
Yeah.
like a Meryl Streep, or
Or if they're just melting. Yeah. There's the two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have to be attracted to him.
Yeah. Presuming you are attracted to them.
I don't know.
That's true of anybody.
So Sophia Loren, is she still around? She's.
I didn't ask for a specific person.
She's still around.
We can contact the Lorena estate if it turns out she's in your age range, but in the meantime...
Jane Fonda.
We need an
Also
age,
great.
a number.
A number.
I'm
We're
naming
begging.
Jane Fonda's
senior
almost-
citizens.
I don't know.
We
how
noticed your
old-
naming senior
I'm
citizens.
practicing
That
all
wasn't the
this.
question.
Jane Fonda's almost 80.
Yeah, see, like
She really
So
took
you
care
go.
of herself.
So you go almost 80.
I think 80 would be the limit. But again,
Okay.
it's not so much the age, it's about the body and mind capabilities.
See, I was worried because my answer is undoubtedly like a solid. I do a solid 60 at this current point, and
Okay.
I am 27, and my name is Paul. And just wanted to just be consistent with that. And I was worried that I'd be like the oldest by a country mile as soon as you two went, and then you answered the one for men.
Even
I was
lower.
like, I was
Yeah.
like panicking. I was like, boy, am I gonna be like nasty? Anyway, congratulations for us making through 4 fucking years of doing this podcast
years.
once a month.
Jesus.
Thank you, dude. How have you found that this has changed your lives? Me, I'll answer.
The podcast particularly?
The podcast particularly. I find that I can't get employed as easily.
I feel like I'm more insecure.
You know what's interesting? This is stuff we already know, but we actually have a meeting for every either like founding or any incoming member that like, and we have like a specific clause that's like, by the way, when you do this podcast, you understand that finding work might be a bit more difficult in certain fields.
Yeah.
By proceeding, you understand that. So don't you worry, everyone who's worried that Drew can't find work anymore. He knows what he was signing up
He
for.
has a career.
He has a career.
Gotta hire me for a reason. If somebody hires me, you know I'm good at my shit, is all I have to say about that.
Are
Why,
there
because you
professional?
interview badly?
No, because if they know about this and still hire me,
Yeah.
I mean, they gotta be hiring me for a reason.
They
It's not
saw
just
that
like
certificate of you wiping your own ass in the in your office, and they were like, you know what? I don't even care that he says things about kids. I want to work with that person.
Seems legit.
Thank you.
Well, I started as a listener, so it was always
No,
what
you were in the room
The whole time.
the whole time. We wouldn't
silently
speak.
waiting
She
to
was still
speak.
listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You were
still
listening in the corner,
I was a
hugging your
listener.
legs,
There, yeah.
peeing yourself. I said I wouldn't bring that up
It's out of laughter. She was peeing herself because
because she
it
was
so
watching The
funny.
Incredibles.
On the tablet? What was that mime?
yeah,
Where is
watching
his
The
super
Incredibles.
suit?
Yeah.
We bring up your uncle way too much, man. Like, let's shut this down.
Oh, piss you! We only brought up my
Piss
uncle.
him.
Yeah, piss
during
him.
Incredibles.
Yes, yeah. Piss my uncle during The Incredibles. We brought him up like 3 times. It just so happens that you remembered each of the 3.
No, like half of last podcast was just going over all the things with
The
your
individual-
It wasn't
Uncle
half. It was
stories.
5 minutes at
Uncle.
most.
Oh, there was a lot. There was a lot of uncle talk.
Maybe that's because it got stretched for you, like in Interstellar.
Yeah.
Like it was just sort of
Tesseract.
like you were in the uncle universe of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That maneuver just costed us 50 years, you know, like that sort of thing. Except it was my uncle pissing himself instead of space travel.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're an improv troupe,
Oh yeah.
and we
Great,
just
good.
finished, huh?
Great or good? I'm your wife. I'm the greatest
Good
you're
you'll ever
ever
gonna get.
Why aren't you mad at them for making movie references?
Because it's a movie I've seen.
Piss you, piss you, and piss you. What is it,
it's
Leslie?
hot, Bob. What's your excuse? Right out of muscle?
Oh my God! Shut up.
The difference between references and having a half-hour conversation about movies. Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
good news, everyone.
What's that?
That's a
I-
Futurama reference.
It
We were
is.
talking about that
Talking
beforehand.
about Futurama.
I
That's not a movie.
sorry to hijack
probably
this.
made
I'll be
That's
quick.
okay.
10 seconds. Drew was just sitting in Luke's living room, minding his own business, and I was like, Drew, what do you think of the magnificent hit show Futurama? Drew didn't know what to do because I brought that out of nowhere. We were like silent for the minute
I was
beforehand.
gonna psychoanalyze me.
You pulled that out of your ass.
Yeah, dude. All right, so good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. I watched a movie last night.
Oh,
What?
that's cool. I watched one on the weekend.
Okay, see, I never
Don't
watched
try to
movies.
one up her, okay? She's telling
I watched
I'm
2
proud of
movies
this.
on the
Oh,
weekend.
wow, I watched half a movie.
Half of it. What was wrong with the other half? Stop jacking off in my face. What was the other half?
The other half, never mind, it's fine.
What is the movie you watched?
Well, for one, I'm very proud of myself because I don't like movies. I fucking can't pay attention to them. I'm not a movie watcher by any means, and anytime anyone mentions a movie, I have no clue what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah,
Have
see,
fun
that's
on this
me.
podcast.
See, that's me too.
That's
Yeah.
not you. You've started half the movie conversations in the first season.
Yeah. and
Didn't you
and
have like a
that's
movie
because I couldn't
podcast at one point?
Yeah, and I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish the conversation because it didn't finish the movies.
Do you just start like all your movies and then not? You like give it 10 minutes and go next.
No, it's like half an hour, but yes.
Oh my god.
All you know is the old-fashioned interview section of The Incredibles.
What's like a movie that really subverts halfway through and it's like, holy
Super
shit, it's
mega
now this
ultra
movie? Because
big.
I would have loved to see Daryl watch
There's a
that.
few movies like that.
Yeah.
That's all right with me. I'm good.
Oh,
Anyway,
Batman and Robin.
I'm
That was
open
that was the last movie I saw.
When it came out.
Yeah.
That was the last full movie you watched? Batman and
so.
fucking Robin?
Pretty sure.
I've seen that.
Batman and goddamn Robin.
Yeah.
Famous for being bad.
It's awesome.
Bad,
That's why you stopped watching movies.
but it's great.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I watch a full movie and what do I get? Batman and Robin. You know what? I'm only giving 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri 10 minutes now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I eventually finished. I eventually finished that movie.
Did you actually? 3
Yeah,
billboards?
yeah.
It was good, right?
The first
It took
What
me
the
a few
fuck
days.
was the movie you
Back
watched?
to the Future.
Oh, the class.
the
It's
family action
really
comedy.
good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was fun, and it's interesting to watch it as someone who has watched Rick and Morty and like heard of it being
Oh, the
like
source
taking that
material?
archetype.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh, weird. Never seen that movie. It's like direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe you're not ready for that yet, but your kids are gonna love it.
Love it.
This goes 88 miles per hour. You're going to see some serious movie references, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
congratulations on watching a movie.
Thank you, and a classic at that.
Yeah.
What's the most recent
I'm
movie
cultured.
you've watched, Drew? We're talking movies now. Fuck you, Daryl.
I don't care.
Come back to me. Hold on. Let me think about that. Come back to me.
He's
I
squeezing
didn't
his
know you
dick.
could make ice.
All right.
I thought you used water in the air. There is no water in this air.
Holy shit,
What's your
Luke.
excuse? Run out of muscle? All right, let's get out of here.
Luke, what's the most recent movie you've watched?
Hold on,
it's going to be
hold
some
on.
sort of obscure Werner Herzog
You
shit.
mentioned that
Gus Van Sant.
You mentioned that Drew was like grabbing his dick. That's the way that Drew thinks.
You're right. I'm
I
sorry.
have to push
You
the
send
blood
blood
flow
to his
out of my
brain.
dick into my brain.
You're like one of those like squishy balls where like you
Like the
squish it
liquid.
against yeah, the liquid goes to
Ooh,
run out of
his head
place.
gets real big.
His cranium gets huge. That's the headaches. He's like,
Too much
"Oh,
blood."
hang on, guys, and his dick gets huge. That's gross. Anyway, most recent movie you've watched?
I was watching a movie, but when you guys came here today,
Was it Good Will Hunting?
No.
Who's the director of that again? It's your favorite director.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Gus fans.
Okay, can I tell a story
yeah,
about that?
okay.
So off the podcast, Luke and I don't remember what the context was. We were just hanging out in his room, and I was teasing him about the Gus Van Sant thing. And and he was like, yeah, my favorite director, Gus Van Sant. And then I was like, okay, let's seriously talk movies. And then we'd like talk movies for a little bit. And then I was like, oh, by the way, what was that one movie that you mentioned that like actually like changed your perspective on things? And Luke was getting into it. He was like, oh, I said that? Because like, we have conversations about that too.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it was like the movie about the gay senator. I think it was called Milk. And it was like really, really good. You said that. Like you said it wasn't your favorite, but it was like one of the most life-changing recently. Who was the director of that? And Luke was like, yeah, I think I remember that. I don't remember. Let me look it up. And he looks it up on his phone, and I can see the moment that the director comes up, and he just goes, Gus Van Sant. Good. He said something like that, and I ran around the house doing laps in celebration. I was so fucking happy. Get got, dude.
Get God.
That's the
Gus.
Get God.
end. Get Gust, get Vanned, get Santed.
No, I was watching a movie when you guys came here.
Called.
It's
If you were watching it, you should have been able to tell
I
us.
forgot the title, but it's the Netflix documentary about John DuPont.
Let's call it the DuPont angle.
Yeah, okay. The DuPont angle. But it's not Foxcatcher. Foxcatcher was the fictionalization with Channing Tatum and Steve Carell.
Yeah, the DuPont Catcher was the real life one starring Steve Carell.
Yeah.
And then the next one was DuPonting it out.
Yeah, and then the threequel was DuPont Break. Yeah, Point Break. Yeah. What's the most recent movie you've seen? Is it Batman and fucking Robin?
DuPont means of the bridge. What the
what is that?
fuck?
Dupont.
DuPont?
Yeah.
French is a weird language, man. There was this one time. What's the most recent movie you've watched, Daryl?
I don't think I remember.
You just said it was Batman and Robin.
Probably. Probably it.
5 minutes ago.
You know, I don't watch movies. Oh no, it was that that World War I movie
Oh, okay, that really narrows it down.
It was like
1917?
all Quiet on the Western Front, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that was really good. Intense though.
I've
It
heard good
is.
things about it.
I had to do it in 2 days.
Yeah, it's not a fun movie.
The most recent movie I've ever watched, I think I keep watching 10 new movies every month, so it just keeps cycling through. So I think I happen to have just seen Summer Wars, which is an anime movie. And apparently the same director, not satisfied with making Summer Wars, appeared to make the same goddamn movie 11 years later called Belle, except it has Beauty and the Beast motifs. But aside from that, it has the exact same plot of, like, there's, like, a fictional world, like a metaverse. Like, welcome to the new social media, the last social media you'll ever need. And then, like, it zooms in, it's like, here's the world of computers. You know how they do that sort of stuff? Yeah, I'm pretty sure both of those movies begin with the same shot and opening monologue.
Really?
Because I remember watching Summer Wars and going, oh, hang on, I think someone accidentally uploaded Belle by mistake. So I skimmed through it, still wasn't sure, because it's the same director, so it's the same art style.
Right.
They're both anime movies, for the record. And I was just like, wait, what the fuck? And I remember just, like, the same types of shots, but slightly different looking characters. I was like, this can't possibly be. And then I just, like, started watching it, and I was like, holy fucking shit. I didn't realize you could self-plagiarize.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, give it another shot.
Yeah. Godfather? Oh, The Godfather Part 2. I'm so original.
It's like it didn't hit the market at the right time. Just turn it off and turn it back on again.
Luke, as our
years
as our
later.
resident VS expert, what do you think would have happened if Gus Van Sant directed The Godfather Part 2?
Oh, I started a movie conversation.
And you were so
know.
excited for it.
I know, because
It'd probably be much worse.
Come on, asking Luke under the pretense of this is your favorite director, what would it look like if your favorite director directed one of the most reveled in its time but forgotten movies of the modern generation? You gotta admit, whatever he's gonna say is gonna be gold.
It'll probably be much worse.
That wasn't gold.
This meant facts. All facts,
Clip.
no printer.
Flip.
You're making my job harder. Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
What do we do, like, as a troupe?
We did improv.
Oh, cool. What happens at those improv shows?
You mean next on the podcast? What do we do now?
What do we do from here? We finished movies. We've talked about... Guys,
There's
this is the
nothing
series
else.
finale. We've talked about
The
all
kids,
movies.
movies.
Literally, name a movie. We've already talked about it.
Gear Wrath of God.
We talked about it.
That's right.
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Babe 2, Pig in the City, the
Yeah.
worst Babe.
Oh,
The best
yeah.
babe with
The
the...
worst.
Wheelchair dog.
We didn't really discuss that on the podcast, how, like, I just remembered Babe 2 Pig in the City because I remember this nightmare scenario where, like...
The inflation.
Yes, where one of the characters dons some pants that make your butt inflate from a comedian.
Just thinking about the comments on that YouTube
Yeah,
video.
a kid's entertainer, and she like accidentally pulls the string while chasing her pig, and like the thing just inflates, and she starts bouncing around the room on her fat ass. And then like we looked it up on YouTube because everyone in the meeting thought I was having a fever dream, and then we noticed that the comments were like,
The thirstiest.
God, that must be so sweaty or something like that.
It's funny to think about that and the fact that the first Babe was nominated for Best Picture. It almost won.
I mean,
Braveheart won
there are
that year.
pretty bad sequels. Look
Yeah.
at us.
This season of the podcast.
Yeah. We're never topping. What's
We're
the
never
greatest?
topping.
We're never topping.
Never.
What's the best episode of season 1? Daryl, you watch our podcast the most. What's the best episode of season 1?
Season 1 is the screwed up school stories.
You think so?
Best.
That was our first episode.
The
It was.
second.
It was.
It was all downhill from
It was
there.
our first like syndicated episode. We
As
had a
in-
pilot for testing, but that was our first episode.
As an only listener at that time, that episode was very memorable. I remember like being between classes and like getting a coffee and like hearing about how Daryl like nearly killed a kid, and I was like, holy fuck.
Was that the
Stop
closest
me.
you ever came to killing someone?
No.
What's the closest you've ever come to killing someone?
Not even
Immediate
close.
answer.
What's the closest you've ever come to killing someone, Daryl?
I was probably like in my car, you know?
Were they in your car?
No,
They were outside of your car.
they were in another car.
Did you try to hit that car with yours?
I didn't try.
Did you succeed?
Was this like a month ago?
No, not that. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
All right. How many people have you hit with your car?
How many
I-
people have you killed?
Technically none, but you
Go
know,
on.
But
Tell us a story of the time you hit someone with your car except didn't.
No, it was like
You almost killed them, apparently. Without hitting their car, using your car, that's mastery.
Yeah.
Did you put them in the engine?
we're really building this up, and there's nothing to the story.
Get better at storytelling then. Go.
Well, it was winter time, and it was fresh snow on the highway, and nobody was out, or very few cars were out.
Sun
Everybody.
in the sky.
No, it was snowing. And I was driving to work. I was working in a mall at the time.
There's music in the background. Stop.
And so I'm in this really old, shitty car, like the first car my dad let me drive.
And you've had enough. This is like falling down for you. You're just like, fuck. I deserve
There's
a
gotta
better
be
car.
more to life than this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this can't
shoot-
be it.
Falling down? You mean the movie Falling Down?
No, what's that?
Okay, never mind.
I avoided it this time.
So I was driving this really shitty car. Didn't have proper winter tires.
It's like falling down.
But I didn't fall.
Okay.
And so
Fell horozontally.
I was trying to turn.
I guess that is what moving in a car is: falling horizontally.
Yeah, it's forward is falling. And so I turned, but I couldn't, properly turn, and then the car started losing control, and then I did like a 180, and I was facing traffic. Fully stopped, facing traffic.
Oh, I feel like you told this before.
Yeah.
Well, how long ago was this?
A few years ago.
Was this before Credit Zero happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oncoming people stopped.
So
I
you,
hope.
did they stop or did they just barrel ahead?
They just avoided me. And they honked, which is like the stupidest thing to do. Like
Idiot.
I know what's happening. You don't have to honk at me.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm an idiot.
Oh, I'm on.
I gotta turn around.
is broken. Turns out I should just turn 180 degrees and stop.
Next time I'll do better.
Yeah. What's the closest you've ever come to killing someone, Luke?
I've heard people in karate before.
What?
Yeah.
But that's against the hypocritical oath.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I broke it. And now I don't do karate.
Now
no
you're a
more.
hypocrite, yeah.
They took my
Kicked it.
karate license away.
Only doctors can be hypocrites.
Oh, okay. That explains my jack off of a lung specialist. Actually, he's really nice. Oh my god.
rich for
Okay,
something.
so my lung specialist, he's like this. He's really good at reading people, so like he'll be professional in all situations. But the guy meets me, and he figures out like, okay, I can joke around with this guy.
This chill guy.
Yeah. So the first time he meets me, he like asked me a couple of questions. We like chat for a little bit about like my condition and also just life in general. And he just like starts like putting some charts away and nonchalantly says like, interestingly, I didn't actually go to college for being a doctor. Originally I trained to be a circus clown. Does that make you feel better? And then he just walks away. What a chill guy.
Gotta have the last word.
What a lad.
Yeah, and apparently he trained to be a circus clown, actually.
Cool.
And yeah,
It's got the dexterity.
he got that dexterity. He got that dex. He maxed out his dex stats.
+5.
Plus, sure. What? I don't know D&D.
Yeah.
You're speaking an alien language. What's the closest you've ever come to killing someone, you silly
Keep
little...
speaking in the alien language.
You know, it doesn't happen that often. I'll be honest.
Okay, then
I
don't.
don't.
I do enjoy... I think it was you who said, like, we were asking, what's the closest you've ever come to killing the president?
What a
And you
block.
said, like, I was in the United States once and ran a red light. Theoretically, he could have been driving around.
I mean, maybe that's the closest I've come to killing someone. I don't know. It's probably. I'm trying to think if like any sort of like rock climbing incident or like that kind of thing. But it was probably the like crazy car maneuver on the way to
Ottawa. I remember
Yeah,
that.
Ottawa.
I remember that.
We've talked-
Oh, I was in the car.
Yeah,
I
we've
was in that
I'm
car.
the person you came the closest to killing.
We've talked about it on the podcast before. So
The
I don't wanna
Ottawa
rephrase it,
Swerve,
but
yeah.
The Swerve, yeah.
Episode 19.
I think that's probably the closest
Okay.
because it was reckless.
It was fun,
I
though.
did a shoulder look, but still, don't do that.
Did a shoulder look before you nearly did what Daryl did minus the snow.
I did it of my own volition.
Yeah. You've already answered.
Yeah, I've heard people in karate before.
All right, Leslie, what's the closest you've ever come to killing someone?
I really don't know. I think I can proudly say I don't think I've come close to killing anyone.
That's not the answer.
We're
though.
not, we're not violent people.
I think the closest, I guess, could count with I worked with like dying patients before, and then like
Did you try to
they've
angel of death them? What?
no.
Did you
no.
unplug?
But like, no,
you just realized you accidentally unplugged their TV and you went, oh.
no, I didn't, but I could have. You know.
Fuck this. Trying to kill.
You're just like unplugging everything. There's just TVs everywhere.
But like this one home I worked in, there was
This one guy who had it coming.
Yeah, no, there was
Probably
an
multiple.
elderly lady who was like pretty nasty too. She made it hard to help her. She was really rude.
I
Yeah.
hate you, and I've got a huge inheritance
She used to
that I
hate me.
forgot to fill out. Please
She'd be like,
put
"How about
anyone's name but yours on this.
Sounds like the kind of nasty lady I'd be into.
Would
That
you,
kind of 80-year-old.
would you fuck your
Yeah.
way into her inheritance?
I mean, probably.
Not
I
above
bet
it.
her children would be super psyched about that.
Yeah, her children would.
We presume she has children. She's nasty. She'll be having children by the time Daryl's done with her for sure.
Yeah.
What even is menopause?
But that lady was on an oxygen tank, and like I was
turn off.
responsible for
flag.
exactly maintaining it and changing the water and doing whatever. So like I could have.
You could. Did you have jamais vu? I don't. You know what? Let's not ask the question.
No,
Fair enough.
I left, and then 2 months later, I got a
Someone
text that
else-
she died. Yeah, so
someone else shut up,
Someone
yes.
else did it.
Man, you should have done it when you had the chance,
Yeah.
Leslie. She gave her inheritance to the person who switched off her oxygen. She just wanted to die. It's like the
changed her life.
It's like the reverse Patch Adams, the book, not the movie.
Okay.
I've only watched.
Don't get it anyway.
I remember watching that in school.
Watching what? The book?
Patch Adams,
The book?
the film.
Oh, look who brought up movies again.
Aw.
You can't watch a
When's the
book.
closest you've come to killing somebody, Paul?
That's an excellent question.
Oh wow, how self-obsessed of you.
Huh?
You're the one that asked the question. You can't call it an excellent question.
It's an excellent question in terms of like how do I calculate this?
Okay.
But
Because-
the way you asked it was so excellent.
It's a complicated question.
Drew,
Yeah.
Drew, you
The
asked it
delivery.
in a way that Paul never could.
It's an excellent question. Only a genius would come up with a question like that.
Boy, you were really railing me for no reason. So, like, the only thing I can think of is that I once went on a hike with someone, and we wanted to take a shortcut up a ledge to the entrance, because it was sort of one of those things where it's like, you start up at the top, you go halfway down, then you go to another ledge, you go halfway down. So you can climb up
yeah,
that
yeah.
original ledge to get back up, but it's super dangerous and crumbly. And we decided to do that very recklessly, and I made it to the top, and the other person was trying to, and then she like slipped and like grabbed onto a branch and like was holding onto that branch for dear life. And it's genuinely, I'd say it's enough of a steepness where like, yeah, you could easily die from falling that entire way. And like, I grabbed onto her other hand basically the moment the branch snapped. So if I was slower, I could have killed her. It's one of those things where, like, this is why it's complicated for me, because this really is just, like, a tale of, like, saving someone, but I guess it's also the closest I came to killing someone by omission.
In
You
action,
could have
yeah.
said "Long live the king" and let go.
Oh, do you find the branches getting tighter?
You love movies
This
so
is my
much.
real voice.
That's evil, Luke. That's awful.
Long live the king. Sorry for bringing up movies.
I think that's the closest I've come to killing someone. I've also, like, ran stop signs when I'm really, really tired and stuff like that. People think I'm a very reckless driver because, can I admit to my worst sin here? Admitting to yet another illegal act. But everyone who's been in a car with me knows absolutely that I do this.
This drives me crazy.
Well, too bad, bitch. I absolutely...
Closest you've been to killing yourself, dude.
Well,
Well,
I
actually-
wouldn't miss me. To be fair, I do this primarily when I'm driving alone. I virtually never do it with other people, comparatively. I
Sinner.
text
Sinner.
and
Sinner.
drive. That's it. I text and drive.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry. I'm so fucking good at it. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking good at it. How many? Okay. How many accidents have you been in? How many car accidents?
0.
How many car accidents you been in?
Well, 0.
How many car accidents you been in?
Like one.
How many car accidents you been in?
0.
Okay. Do you text and drive?
No.
Do you text and drive?
No.
Do you text and drive?
No.
Do you text and drive?
Fuck no.
the person who texts and drives got into less car accidents than all of you combined.
-1.
Yeah. Because
you built a car.
No, it's because all of you. It's because all of you combined. So all of you combined have 1. I have 0
Okay,
crashes to
well-
my name.
I said 0.
Yeah, he said 1. So all of you combined is
Oh, I
1
see, I see, I
genius.
see, I see.
Yeah, but the
Okay, fine.
average
Here's the thing,
non-texter still has less.
If
No, the average of
median.
1, 0, 0, and 0 is like 0.25. I'm at 0.
I'm saying the average person in this group.
Oh, well then I'm your equal then.
Right? That's the
yeah, the
I'm your
median
equal then, because I'm at 0 and you're at 0, yes?
It's the median person.
Yeah.
It's not the average
Thank you,
person.
STEM major.
But if I were to smoke cigarettes, if I were to
What?
partake in cigarettes,
You evil bitch!
and I was like, well, I don't have lung cancer, you'd be like, well,
I'm-
yeah, but you're at higher risk.
Yeah, no, I'm at high risk of dying, but I welcome that with open arms, largely because I have 1 lung, and I ain't never smoked a day in my life.
Then smoke and don't text and drive, because when you text and drive, you're taking that risk for other people.
You've seen a lot of assholes on the road.
Yeah, don't be one of them.
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of accidents end up in
Okay.
whoever wasn't being stupid dying and leaving behind the fat family, you know?
The fat family.
Well, a fat family, like it's always like
At least I
left
won't
behind.
go hungry.
Like 6 kids.
Speaking of
Yeah.
speaking of actually bad drivers, on the way here, you ever find the like peeking over your shoulder Peter?
I think I know what you mean.
Elaborate.
But, yeah.
So the car that's like there's 2 lanes on the road. They're both going forward. You're in 1 lane, and there's a person behind you, and they go to your right. Because they're trying to look around you. They go to your
Yeah.
left because they're trying to look around you. And like the middle lane is one of those lanes where it's like only use this lane if you're turning, and then they go ahead of you. Yeah, so I nearly witnessed an accident on my way in here because I got a peeking over the shoulder Peter. And like, they also, you know the type, right? Because they also get way too close to your car.
Oh yeah, they're peaky because they're fucking impatient.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know.
So that person was just sort of like, you could see like her face to scale in my rear view mirror, and I was like, boy, that's fucking concerning. And then then I like,
Smash though.
no, not old enough. And then she was so close that, you know how like if she was farther away, you'd still see her if she moved from left to right? She was so close that when she looked
left
over to my
side.
left, she disappeared, and that's how I noticed that she was, yeah. So she was basically like halfway in the other lane, and there were other cars in the other lane, and I was like, and then she went to the other side, and like, you could just see, it was like a fucking like, Mr. Bean physical comedy thing, because her face entered stage left, exit stage right. And then she went to the other side. She was like clearly looking around because I was like looking behind me at this point. And then she went forward and zoomed ahead at the same time as someone used the lane for its intended purpose. And so she went like, and then went right back behind me in one solid like a Drew motion.
yeah, I'd like the swerve.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I do the cardinal sin. I'm not that though.
She was looking for a spot to pull over so she could
Yeah.
text
Yeah,
safely.
she's going to hell.
I'm this weird hodgepodge of like good driver instincts and really bad driver habits. Because like I also don't get mad at other drivers too often. Like if something happens, like someone needs to come in or something like that, or someone like makes a mistake, some people in cars with me have probably heard me go like, "Come on in, my friend," if they're coming in off the overpass. Yeah, you nodded. And like if someone like accidentally cuts me off, I'm like, "Well, no harm, no foul." Like I'll be like a dad
A
about
suburban dad.
it. Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
buddy.
But yeah, I guess I use that to excuse my own malicious behavior.
Like, well, I'm not bad.
But
Although
I
I'm
am.
nice
I
to
mean,
people,
you
at
know,
least.
You know, I'm nice
I
to people
bought
when I
you-
kill them.
I bought you flowers. Why do you hate me?
You know that whole
That's
like
you driving.
That's me driving, and you better watch your ass because when you're on the road next, I'm coming after you. You know
He's
that?
gonna give you a tire iron.
Yeah, just like your mom. I gave her a tire iron, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah,
At Drew's request,
Oh, yeah.
I gave Diana
Saying at
Heck.
my request.
You said give her a tire iron. I played you the clip.
And then the rest of us gave her flowers.
Yeah, she liked the tire
I
iron
gave her
more.
chocolate.
Just gonna say that. She laughed. Did she laugh at your fucking flowers?
No, but she enjoyed them.
I think that'd be an inappropriate response to flowers.
Throw them into the fire.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, what do we
what-
do as a group?
We shut the fuck up while I finish my point. You know that fake Dunning-Kruger
Sinner.
effect? You know that
just toss the questions.
Yeah, you sure
I got
did.
most of them too.
You know that fake Dunning-Kruger effect where it's like, oh, 50. Most drivers think they're in the top 50% of drivers.
Yeah.
Turns out to not even be a real thing, which is a bummer. I know for a fact I'm in the bottom 50% of drivers.
Okay.
Does anyone think? Do you think you're in the top 50% of drivers, Daryl?
Top 50, yes. I wouldn't put myself
okay.
very high.
Do you think you're in the top 50?
Not even close.
Do you think you're in the top 50, Leslie?
Honestly, probably. There's a lot of fucking dumbasses on the road. Like, every time I'm like, I can't drive, I see someone else drive, and I'm like, holy shit, I can drive. I'm like,
That's what I try and tell myself, because I have a
Yeah.
phobia of driving that I'm avoiding. I'm avoiding driving, and I'm like, wait a second, lots of stupid people drive.
Yeah. I'm one
I'm
of
like the least stupid.
Drew.
You know, like worldwide or in Canada?
Mr. Worldwide.
Dude, 50% of drivers. Don't overthink it.
Okay, then I'm gonna say yes.
Dale!
Exclusively because of like the stories and clips I've heard about like so many different countries that are like the packed cities.
Okay, you got 10
Like,
seconds.
City
Do it.
driving.
All right.
I'm done.
Damn, dude, you were mean for no reason. He was finishing his point and you were like, shut up!
Oh, thank you. Give me the rest of them.
You know, it's interesting. We're a 5-person troop and 3 of us answered we're in the top 50%. Doesn't work like that. We're
Yeah,
not
but
in the
that's
top 50%.
statistically
You don't
normal.
know. Statistics can be.
We could have
Can be
three
skewed.
yeah, this
people could
sample
have
size
said
isn't
no.
necessarily representative.
We're an
of
odd
the
number of people. You
statistic.
can't
could
get
be.
a conclusion
It could
from
be.
that.
But it's not.
You don't know that for sure.
Yeah,
What if
'cause
it-
you just said
what
it's
if
not.
it's perfectly
You
representative?
said it's not
If it's
50-50. That
perfectly
doesn't work.
60% of people think
Yeah.
they're better than the average driver.
Yeah.
You
What if
just
it's-
said that
What if
wasn't
it's
true.
perfect? Yeah, exactly. So what if it's perfectly
Okay,
representation?
10 seconds.
I'm done.
Okay, good. All right. And now we do questions. Okay, we're gonna answer your questions from the show. Moving forward. Okay, all right.
We do monthly shows, and we ask people in the audience to write down questions for us on a little piece of paper, and Drew threw them everywhere,
All
so
over
it's
the
possible.
fucking floor.
Yeah, so if we don't get to yours in this episode, it's because Drew threw it and we couldn't
No,
find
it's
it.
because you shut me down. That's
Peach is
why.
Oh,
Take
blow me.
responsibility.
You
Fuck
made
you.
me do
Leslie,
this.
do you have a question?
No.
Fuck me!
Do now.
Hooray! I say
First question.
head, shoulders, knees, toes, battle royale. Who wins? From Eric.
Shoulders.
Oh, I thought it was like us doing the
Oh,
thing for as long as
Knees.
possible.
Big time. Knees.
Is it which joint
No,
is the
shoulders.
best?
There's a battle royale between head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Who
So,
wins?
like,
Shoulders.
has a human head ever, like, it can survive for like 3 seconds on its own, right? Pretty sure the knees can't.
That's like chickens.
Okay, well,
Humans
sure.
just like
Define
fucking.
survive.
Okay, okay, let's say everything gets zapped away but your, and then we take those 4 things. I feel like you'll last the longest, even if it's milliseconds, with the head.
No, but this is like presuming that these are fighting against one another.
This is my.
This
this
is a
my-
battle royale.
No, this is my lens I'm using. I'm gonna say
It
using
literally
that
says
lens.
battle royale.
Yeah, battle royale in terms of like who survives the longest.
That's
I will go with head.
That's your lens, and it makes sense.
Thank you.
But I would argue that toes would be the best.
No.
Because they are one of the few.
Leslie, let him.
Let him make his case.
They're one of the few major things that you can break that the doctors just go, well, it'll get better.
Leslie's like a fucking broken gauge where like half the time she supports Drew no matter what stupid shit he says, and the other half she's really mean to him like me level.
But that's also not true, Drew. Like when you're
Can you say true Drew again?
true, Drew.
Yeah, okay, go on.
When you're
3, 2, 1.
True, Drew.
So when you break your toes, they do like the buddy system, where like they buddy up your toe with
Like
another
tape
one.
it together. Or
Split
whatever.
Because otherwise it grows.
Oh, so you do know.
It like grows back like crooked and stuff, so it doesn't grow straight like.
Because it's just a loose bone in a bag.
It's like a Hydra, except instead of 2 heads, it's the same head and it's crooked.
Yeah, it's the same head, crooked head.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. It's like
I
a
mean-
Hydra, except not at all.
Okay, fair enough. Like you have to like straighten it out. But what I'm saying is like when you compare to the high maintenance,
someone's in favor
that all
of
these-
conversion
that all
therapy.
this shit goes like
Somebody's
you
not
get-
a sinner.
you get weak knees.
Stop it.
You dislocate your shoulder. You get a fucking headache. Like with toes, it's like you stub
I
your
get a
toe.
fucking headache every time you open your mouth, Drew.
Yeah,
When you
bust the
stub
toe.
your toe, you just like
I stub my
continue-
toe every time you open your mouth.
You
Drew.
continue on with your life.
I continue my life every time you
10
open your
seconds,
mouth,
Paul.
Drew. I'm done.
No, that's my line.
I think shoulders because it's got the most muscle mass, and I don't
If
want
you
any
train it right.
criticism. Yeah, I don't want any criticism or thoughts.
No explanation.
Gotcha.
Okay, question. Are the shoulders getting cut off like here or here? Because, Leslie, isn't there like no muscle actually here? Like at
Oh,
the base
I'm
of
not
the
an
shoulder?
anatomy person. That's
Okay.
my least
These are
favorite field of
traps.
biology. Yeah.
These are your trapezius. They
Right-
like
Is your-
they-
right
Yeah,
there,
but your
that's called-
connect your
trapezius
shoulder.
begins like here.
Yeah,
If
like
there's no
connects your
actual
shoulder to
muscle.
your-
Yeah, I think the
Here, I think these are just,
shoulder
like, tendon.
encompasses like the shoulder blade, shoulder.
Okay. Then there's muscle there.
Like
There's like the
bit.
tricepta on this end or whatever you said, and there's a hippocampus on the other.
Yep, you got it.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
So
Stop jacking off
I just took a look at my biceps and fell-
started jacking off.
fell
Stop
in
it.
love.
he's just practicing self-love, okay?
Head, shoulders, knees, toes.
See, Luke needs to do this.
10 seconds.
Because
Battle
Luke-
Royale, who wins?
I need to do this because why?
Nine.
Because Luke
8,
has two modes.
7.
Luke has
6,
the self-loathing
5,
mode of like I'm
4,
worthless,
3,
and then the I'm a god
2,
mode.
1,
Luke has to have that
0.
that happy medium to live.
You were the one who came up with the 10-second rule, and you're the only one so far that has not cleared it, let alone like
Actually
lasted
used it.
longer than 2 seconds.
Knees, because they're bony.
Bone.
I like that we all have different
Shimon.
answers.
Shapone.
It's kind of cool.
Paul, that's statistically impossible for us all to have different answers, Paul.
No, it's not.
Oh, you took off your glasses.
Holy shit!
Comedy.
Oh my god, it's Superman!
Because we're 5 people and there's 4 answers.
I don't consider you a person.
Fuck off. We still didn't have all the same answer. Whatever. They both said knees.
Knees.
Like knees!
Did we answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on. I like this one. Do you ever have guest improvisers join you? We're in talks about that.
We technically did.
for shows. That's
Yeah.
true. We did when people needed to bow out. We do it during jams, and we're also in talks of doing things in the future with other improvisers. But as of right now, we cannot confirm anything in a concrete setting. I think that honestly says it all.
in a sustainable sort of
Enjoy my paper down your back. That's what you
predictable way.
Viable.
I'm gonna read a purple card.
skank. You harlot. What's an
Harlot?
Harlot.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've
What's
never
it-
heard that one.
You never heard harlot?
Never
No.
heard of it?
Harlot is such a
Really?
good word.
When
yeah.
is that from?
It's old people.
Yeah.
Oh, like 19th century.
Yeah, it's
18th
My-
century.
my
it's like
girlfriend's.
it's like
But it
yeah.
means whore,
It means whore,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Or the shrew. That's
I
like
found
another
out-
word for a woman, like a nest.
Yeah, but that's like a.
That's like an
older
old woman.
That's what.
I found something.
that
No,
what
he
you're
was
talking
saying
I found
it's
something
old people that
found
use
something
the term. What's it called?
What harlot? What?
Harlot.
Okay, so you know the term tramp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, it only in a modern context means like a woman that goes. from
Yeah,
person
it used to
person.
be like sweet.
It,
wasn't
it used to be someone who travels for work. Isn't
See,
that interesting?
Okay.
Because I thought that makes sense. Because I thought it was a man who was slutty, and it's because he was like a drifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've literally
the-
never associated that word with sluttiness before in my life. This
such
is
a
completely
tramp.
new to
Tramp?
me.
Yeah, it's like a homewrecker.
I guess like
It's not slut, but it's homewrecker.
I guess tramp stamp is like sort of adjacent to that, but I've always thought of it like
Well, it's adjacent
like
to the butt, my man.
the traveling worker, like the
where the poop comes out.
Tramp stamp?
like
Yeah, what? Yeah, it's true. It is. It's
Like-
butt stuff.
Why'd you brace yourself for the poop I threw at you? It's imaginary poop.
It's imaginary poop.
I
whatever.
didn't actually shit in my hand. Oh, watch out, Drew! Here it
It's
comes.
not out of character.
Why are you pulling it from the front?
Dude, does not everyone pull their shit from the front?
That's how we
No,
fight.
you gotta
He
go from the
shits out
back.
his-
I would have had to get up.
Do you wipe from the front or the back? Now I'm curious.
This question
okay.
does not matter for anyone who's not a woman, and even then, there's no wrong answer.
All right, in that case, you may start us off.
All right, I wipe from the front. Now that may shock some other vagina havers out there, but I'm not a fucking idiot. I don't wipe. I don't accidentally wipe my shit into my vagina. It just doesn't happen. But. You are also taken aback right now. This is like
My favorite
one of
part
the
about
key
this
things
is Paul's face.
is you're always told like wipe from the back if you're female, because if you get poo poo in the vag, you get a yeast infection, and that is how they happen because it's bacteria
be
from the
coordinated
gut
about it.
is going in the wrong place. But yeah, so a lot of people are like, oh, if you wipe from the front, you're asking for it. No, I'm not. Get dexterous, bitch.
This is the most passionate I've ever seen you talk in my entire time.
Because I've heard
knowing you.
people been like, oh, you're just asking to get a yeast infection. I ain't never had one, bitch.
But Leslie,
Ain't no bread in my oven.
statistically, like
Shit bread?
Yeah,
Yeast bread.
That's
In the
that's
vagina.
how you-
Yeah,
that's
all
how
bread
you
is
grow
yeast
your-
bread. It's shit bread at this point. If it's caused by shit.
Unleavened bread isn't yeast bread.
What?
Unleavened bread isn't yeast bread.
We don't count that shit. Get out of here.
Pita bread.
Remember the Wonder Bread tales? Anyway, a tramp is someone who travels for work.
Yeah, it's like they ride the railways and stuff.
Sure. Whatever you say. A
tramping
hobo.
around.
A hobo is someone. I forget what the classification for hobo is. I think it's someone who doesn't work often but won't travel for work or something like that. And a bum is someone who doesn't work at all. And those are like the actual definitions of those three words. And I found that interesting because I only learned that recently.
I found out earlier today that the root of the word real estate does not mean real as in like it's real. Real comes from the Latin real, as in under the
Maurice
king.
Ria? Oh.
Because under feudalism, it's like, oh yeah, the land is
People under the king are
ultimately
real.
the king.
The king's estate.
Yeah, that's ultimately the king's estate. Even if you have a, like.
It's it's
Even
not
if you
private
own
property.
it, it's like, yeah, but it's really the king's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need
That's
to.
manipulative.
Yeah,
Long-term
stupid.
leasing.
I'm trying to see if you threw any questions back here.
I don't think so. There is, isn't
No one's
there a
smacking my
country where,
beautiful
like-
ass while I'm back here. What did I just say?
Isn't there a country where you can only lease property for 99 years or something? You can't actually buy it.
I
I
know
remember
Britain
that
has a
being
lot
a
of
thing.
stupid land laws.
Oh, China has land laws. You can't own anything in China.
Is that China that I'm
Yeah,
thinking of?
and they're milking the men of the seamen, right?
They're milking men.
They're milking the men of the semen?
Yeah. Don't worry about
The
it.
Chinese are milking the men of the semen? I just drank some Chinese milk the other day.
You drink milk from China?
Yeah, I was
Massive supply
bored.
chain inefficiency. We have cows
doesn't
here.
happen.
What? It's a St. Jacobs. St. Jacobs right there. They raise dairy cows.
You just doxed yourself. Now who's the fool? Me who drank Chinese milk or you who doxed yourself?
Yeah, I don't dox myself. I drink Chinese milk.
There you go. Now no one knows. They're going to China going, where's Paul?
So are we gonna abandon the topic of wipe from front or back? Because I feel
sure,
like
we
I
could-
just went on a tangent for nothing.
I feel
I
like
mean, you
were the
also
most
said you
important-
motherfuckers can't speak in my presence.
Oh no!
So I mean, like,
I came to your defense because Daryl was about to come at you because he was like, "Whoa, you wipe from the front," and so I stopped him and I said, "For men, it doesn't matter, and for women, it shouldn't either."
I mean, I'll be real and I'll be very vulnerable on this podcast. I remember a memory from when I was 7 and I wiped and I was like, when you're 7, you're not terrible, but you're not the best at wiping yet. And I do remember a point where yeah, you're terrible. You're pretty terrible. I remember a point where I wiped and I wiped from back to front and there was just a little bit of a skid mark all along the sack.
All along the sack.
Yeah. And I was even as a 7-year-old, I looked I looked down and went, this is undesirable. So yeah, I experimented with front to back. I could not get into a good groove with it. To this day though, I will alternate.
Wow.
Situational.
I usually do.
It's not even situation. I just want to make sure I attack the situation from all angles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
You
deepest
feel
clean.
it out depending on what it needs.
The deepest clean. You need to get the deepest clean because none of y'all like ass play. I do.
That's fair.
Thank you. You need to be prepared for those situations. Take notes, Daryl.
I wipe my ass a lot. I wipe my ass
No, we have covered this before.
more. I wipe my ass more than I shit.
Doesn't everybody?
No, I mean
No,
more time.
You shit once, you wipe twice.
He's talking about the swamp ass thing where he's got a box of Kleenex that'll just
Yeah.
go walk out and wipe and then
that was just a story for
You know,
I,
we all get.
listen, everybody, guys, everybody
He's
here,
going
everybody
to his own
listening.
defense.
I don't do that.
That's
okay? I
that wasn't
swear,
real.
I
That
don't
one
do
time that I said
It was
that,
just a
I was
story,
lying. In
okay?
fact, Drew does that, not me. I was trying to cover for Drew.
But sometimes, I like in my job, I'm sitting at my desk most
And I'm
of the
just
day.
wiping my ass as
And
I
I'm
do.
like, well, what do I do? Like
You're
I wanna-
bored? You're more into ass play than you think. If you're bored at work and you're like, well, may as well go wipe.
You should get some nice wet wipes or something. So it's
I'm not sure.
moisturized. You're gonna get burned.
That's the thing, it feels awkward down there. I don't know if it's itchy. I don't know like what's happened. If
Do
it
you
was
go
just
to
like
the
a
bath?
Some people,
Yeah,
some
obviously.
people whip out their phones. Some people play video
So
games.
you go to the bathroom.
wipe your ass when you're
don't
bored at work.
pee. You just go into a stall and wipe your ass, and like go back
Sometimes.
to what?
Sometimes, yes. you all think I'm weird, right? But listen,
He doesn't want to get that yeast infection. You can't blame
right?
him.
And I only do back to front.
Like a man.
All right, there's
Gets
only
his
one way
whole
for me.
elbow in there.
Let me
That's
get-
my one issue I take with
No,
like,
I aim my
going
ass.
in the back is
I-
like your
I-
arms down your ass.
No,
you
you
know?
just gotta. Like,
That's an advantage for Drew.
You just gotta arch your back. You gotta
Where it
stick
belongs.
your butt out.
Can I get a survey here? Back to front. Back to front, Luke?
Back to front, but there's a downside.
Yes.
Hold on, is back to front the motion or is it the starting point?
It's a starting point. So like
So, like,
closest
back
I
front
say
is this.
back
Close it-
to stomach or something.
like
you know?
closest to spine, then closest to balls. Like you're not starting at the balls and then working your way to the spine.
I see.
So-
Are
back to
balls
front?
in front of the
So-
spine?
So
Yeah.
for me, it would be front to back then.
Really?
Like starting at the
So
balls and
like,
going up.
well, I mean that actually.
but you're reaching
Dude.
from
Yeah,
behind.
You
Yeah.
reach around and you go whoop.
It matters where you
Dude,
reach, I think.
that
like
that
you're
makes
picking-
so much
you're
sense
picking something
because
up.
where did Drew start wiping his ass? Standing up. It's so hard to wipe like
Yeah.
Oh,
back to front.
long arms.
Standing up, you'd have
Yes, we're all-
to. You would
yeah,
have to go
that's
front
right.
to back.
Thank
I've
you.
never reached under my body, okay? I've never done that.
Never.
You've never touched your gooch.
No, that's
Maybe when I was like 4 or 5.
I've
You have to
never
reach
reached
under your
under my
body to
body.
like hold your balls. Have you never held your balls?
No,
you don't wash
to
under your
wipe.
balls.
Stinky balls!
Sticky balls.
The implication there
balls.
was to wipe, okay?
You've never
I've
reached under your
touched
butt.
my taint before, if that's what you're asking.
Why?
I wanted to see what it felt like.
have you or
Did it? Go on.
What do you mean, go on?
You
Usually
touched your
the
tank
brace
before.
off.
But you only have 10 seconds.
I wanted to see, I don't know how to explain it, like if there was a different texture. Because there's the sack has a texture.
All right,
The
can I-
legs have a
The
texture.
sack has a texture.
I
The
wanted
sack
to
has
see
a
if
different
there was
texture than the
Okay,
legs.
there's different textures.
Drew, have you ever held up a hand mirror to it? Like looked at your taint with a hand mirror?
Nah, man. That's
You have to
just-
think about it.
Paul, that's just you, man.
I think the
No,
first
all the
time
puberty
I ever...
books growing up were like, make sure to get a mirror down there and get to know yourself.
That's gross.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never
No,
done
yeah,
it for
they're
that.
actually
that's
like
more
that,
for
yeah.
vagina owners.
I guess so. There's not too much to
Vagina
figure
owners.
out when it's just a
You can pretty
Yeah.
much see it if you
penis.
just
What, you
like,
gonna lease a vagina?
Well,
Yeah, just like
say
lift your
have
leg.
her.
I
You just gotta
read
lift
this.
your legs up and
most
look in the
of it,
mirror.
Yeah.
And then you can see.
Exactly.
I did my first time like trimming my my pubic hair. I had a hand mirror.
Ooh. Did you film it? Because then it would be public hair.
I did not. It was a hand mirror. It wasn't a
boy.
fucking phone.
If you filmed it, could you send it to a friend?
no.
This was probably how old were you when it happened?
I didn't start super early, but it was definitely I was of age.
No.
Okay, well in that case you're off the hook. You're not a Drew today.
All right, next question. I'm gonna pull from right here.
All right, Daryl, give us a good one.
Why do you have them all now?
Because Drew threw them at me.
That's
Any
valid.
more questions?
Several.
Why is light from an unknown person?
Why is light light?
Light.
This is another one that we can get up to interpretation.
Light, light.
Well, yeah.
Like, why is
Yeah,
it
it's not
bright?
spelled like
why
light
does
bright.
it luminesce?
Or like weight.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Why is
Why is
light?
light
Why does light not have weight? It's because it's a wave, not a particle.
Photon.
It's neither. Though.
It has behaviors of neither, but we still classify it as a wave.
It is classified as a wave.
Get God. Physics,
That's-
the one thing I know.
The only thing I've ever heard it called as, but yeah, I don't.
That's you
I
with your
don't-
stomach going inside out after I shoot it with my bazooka, with my great Turkish bombard. Those things are huge. You ever seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I saying?
I don't know why I'm looking at your
saying-
face so
you're
much
saying-
today, Paul. But after you said that, and Luke confirmed that he'd seen one, you sort of blinked in a way that you like reset.
Yeah.
Your face was just like, okay.
I wasn't
Anyway.
expecting anyone to know what a great Turkish bombard was.
Guess you were just surprised.
Yeah.
Anyway, why is
yeah.
light? I don't fucking
'Cause
know.
it,
I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, because if what you're saying is
Thanks,
true,
Drew.
that it is in fact a wave.
People
that
people
doesn't
tune
have
into
to-
this podcast.
I don't know why.
Light is
I heard
light
that it
because
did
it has
have
no
mass.
mass.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Someone told me that it did have mass though. Jay Ingram, I think.
Were they right?
J.J. Ingram?
No, Jay.
J.J. Abrams.
They said like if you took like one-way mirror material and made a sphere that was perfect, like perfectly reflective on the inside, and you shot light into it, eventually it would get heavier. I read that in a book.
That's weird.
Oh, cool.
Physics is whack as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't touch
it's
that
wiggity,
shit.
wiggity,
Wiggity, whack.
Can you fill up a balloon with light?
No, because it's not perfectly reflective. You'd lose energy
Oh.
all the fucking time, dude.
What if it was an opaque balloon?
No, then it wouldn't get in. It'd be dark.
Well, no, you would like
Yeah.
with light.
Blow light in.
No,
You just stick a flashlight in it.
You know what?
like
I'm
a
on Drew's
laser or
side. If you could
something?
breathe light, then
You know what? If you could breathe light, then maybe.
Get on it, inventors.
Okay.
if you like trap the light in there.
Jesus, this is so tiny. How long has everyone been involved in improv?
Again?
Improve?
Maybe
Did they say
spell it
improve?
correctly.
Since 2015, 8 years. I'm writing a book about it. It's going very slow. And I always get like really nervous about like, oh, you're writing a book about the thing you've only spent 8 years in. But counterpoint to that, I know a guy that spent less than a year of it and wrote a book about it. And like every one of his friends says this is the worst piece of shit book I've ever read in my life.
Really?
So like that gives me confidence because he still published it.
Right.
And like managed to convince enough stupid idiots on Amazon to give it 5 stars to like, yeah.
I saw a thing the other day about how easy it is to just like make a book and sell it on Amazon.
It's not a big deal
insane.
anymore. Yeah, and
like,
I'm trying to internalize that in my mind. It's like, no, this isn't like a huge chapter where it's like, oh my god, you published a book. This is literally like the same. It's a step up from like I wrote a blog post and put it online.
It's like you went to the website and then they put it on their website.
Yeah.
Getting a
And then it's
best-selling
done.
book is like still difficult.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's the same thing as like putting on a small time play or doing an improv show and then selling out Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
Like it's still like
Yeah.
The barrier
a
to entry
scale.
isn't that
Yeah.
high, but the success
Yeah,
rate is still
and
low.
like there are certain things you can do. Like I've got a few author friends who are like, oh, after that you should buy a bunch of your books at cost, and then go to like your local chapters and go, hey, I'm a
like a
local
book signing
author.
or something.
I just published these through Amazon. Would you be willing to take my books?
Yeah, there's a whole class of writers that do like, particularly like nonfiction, like business books and stuff, and they're writing like basically like not useful information, like close to like plagiarism.
Well, that's-
and they just sell.
I know, but I also don't want to do that. So I'm
Yeah.
constantly revising the book. Actually, Daryl and Leslie helped me with the first draft of it, and now I'm like in the process of like rewriting a second draft of it and making sure that it's a little bit more cohesive and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's a difficult process specifically because I want to make sure that like it reflects the 8 years of improv and it doesn't just seem like this person knows something about book and wanted money, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, writing a book is like
And I don't
endeavor.
I don't even necessarily want money. It'd be cool to like subsist on my hobbies and shit like that, but yeah. How long have you been doing improv for, Drew?
technically started in like 2009, but I didn't really do it in high school. So like it's more realistic to say like 2014.
Okay, so around the same time as I started?
Yeah.
A little bit earlier?
Yeah, because I started like Brock Improv like as soon as I possibly could.
Yeah. I thought it was only available to drama majors, so I was like, oh man,
No, there was, like,
wish I
3 of
could
us.
do improv.
There
Huh?
was like 3 of us that were drama majors. There was so few.
Yeah, no, I noticed that by the end of the year. Well, no, by the end of the year, there was a lot of drama majors, actually. And now I'm going to have to cut this entire part out if I name them.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
There was
Yum yum.
there was
I should. I farted. Yum,
time.
yum, 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 yum.
that first year, first year there was a few,
yeah.
but
That was the same year I joined at the end of the year, Jackhole.
yeah, I guess so. Your perspective.
What is a jackhole?
It's like a hole that you jack
off
into.
I was
Yeah.
thinking jackhammer, like
yeah.
on the city streets.
I was thinking jackal.
It's also like similar to Jackal, where it's like you jackal. It's fun to say. I think I go back and forth between jackhole and jackal. So like sometimes I'll be like you jackal, and it's like okay, he's definitely said the animal. But sometimes I'll say like you jackhole, and it's like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's
like
a-
that.
It's a toss up.
You gotta vary your insults. You can't use the same one all the time. I mean, come on.
Speaking of varied your insults, Daryl, my little puddin' pop.
How could you
lo-
call me that?
How long have you been doing improv? Improve, if you will.
Would say probably since my first like grade 9 in high school. So I'm thinking 20.
Was this
2000
actual? I do not
2004.
want to gatekeep, but given that Drew made this parameter, was it like you got serious about improv in high school, or like you dabbled in it?
I did improv. I
Okay.
did improv throughout high school.
Okay,
Like
cool.
I didn't. I mean, yes, I got more serious afterwards.
Well, yeah, but even if you just did a club, I'd count that rather than like I saw it once in class, so I guess I've been doing it since grade 7.
Yeah, and I like, you know, similar to your story, like I never got on the competitive teams, but I was always, you know, playing with them. I was always doing.
That's not similar to my story.
No, it's similar. That's similar. God damn it. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, it just has to be similar. All right, it doesn't have to be
clean.
exact. Here.
No, now they're definitely behind the
It's harder to
wall.
find.
So I've been doing improv for about 19 years.
19 years, wow. That's longer than twice what I've been doing it for. Probably twice what anyone else has been doing it for.
Yeah.
Leslie.
Like Drew, I dabbled in high school, but I didn't take it seriously and like do it consistently until university. So that would be 2018, 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a good 5 years. Luke.
Yeah,
Lucifer.
yeah, very similarly. That I dabble a little bit in high school, but I'd say about 2015, first year of university.
Okay, cool. So about the same time as me. Drew, how much money would it take for you to legally change your name to Willem Dafoe?
Can I do that?
You should do that.
Yeah.
That's not the right question.
He can't copyright his name.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go to
Ed Sheeran won that case.
Ronald McDonald.
Ed Sheeran? What?
Never mind.
Ed Sheeran won that case.
Ed
I'll
Sheeran won that
say-
case.
Ed Sheeran won that case.
3, 2, 1.
Ed Sheeran won that
case.
I'll say $500,000.
$500,000 to name yourself Willem Dafoe?
I don't want to do it.
Dude, Shrew Hobden was less.
Yeah. Yeah, but Shrew Hobden could be like a stage name, and then they go like, "Oh wait, no, that's your real name." If I just change my
Bro,
name
you-
to
one of your
somebody
st-
else's name,
One
that's
of your
way
stipulations,
worse.
one of your
That's way
stipulations
worse.
was at your work you have to use your legal name. So you have to put Shrew Hobden or Willem Dafoe
No,
on your thing.
I have to
and you
use-
think Willem Dafoe will get you more bullied by me? Bad news, dude.
I'm not changing my name to Willem Dafoe.
Why not?
Paul, next time you're in town, we should go to his office.
Just change the nameplate, scratch out the D and put SHR.
Luke asks,
Cool.
if you are wearing a long sleeve shirt and you roll up the sleeves, how many rolls do you give each sleeve?
3.
I always give her 4 tight rolls.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks,
sure he-
Haas.
He's such
Ashley
a liar. He
for
can't even
friend.
roll his fucking sleeves. I do it for him.
I
all the
always
time.
give it.
You roll your boyfriend's sleeve?
What
Well,
a
no, because
fucking-
like once he rolls
what a
his sleeves, they look
fucking
all
different
bunchy and stuff. But I do them in this like perfect fold that makes them look like that nice band around the elbow. You know.
I like it.
Sounds about
I like.
right,
I like it over my elbow. Like, as in like.
How many folds would that be?
Okay, 1,
3.
2, 3.
Yeah,
probably
4 sounds right.
4, either 3 or 4. But I want my elbow to be clear.
I agree.
I don't really.
agree.
I don't really fold. Like I just try to buy
You're
or
all
wear.
in all the time.
Yeah, I just try to buy or wear
Well, you
like
don't
sweaters
really-
that like.
Yeah, you don't really like wear stuff that rolls up at the sleeve. But like, I don't think I've seen you in stuff like other than like a hoodie that could do that. You know? But
Yeah,
even
and
then,
even,
like.
and even hoodies. Like, there's some sort of charm to like the modern like e-boy aesthetic of like, oh, they're too big for my witty bitty hands.
Oh no, my boyfriend's sweater.
Do you
Yeah.
got the little hole in the sweater where you put your thumb
I
through?
want that.
hole.
I've had one of those before.
I mean, for
make
like
you feel cool.
for like 2 months solid, I
the
just
hoodie
wore
up.
like I wore like nothing but my girlfriend's sweater. I was like the
I was at the
classic
time.
like. In the gender stereotypical high school environment, I was that whipped boyfriend that wore the girlfriend sweater. It's like, oh, you wear the girlfriend sweater. That means she's the one with a dick in the relationship. And like, you start to get the seed planted of maybe gender roles are stupid.
Maybe this is not worth my time.
yeah, 100%.
why didn't you grab
Leslie
it?
doesn't get one.
So I rolled my shirt and it's about 6.
6.
You're doing tiny ones.
Those are
Yeah.
tight
6?
rolls.
Yeah, see,
to be
that ain't
fair-
right, dude.
That ain't right.
They're too bunchy.
No,
They're
that
too
ain't
bunchy.
right.
It's too
Hold on,
bunchy
hold
in
Too
the
bunchy
front,
to be
not in
right.
the back.
But you
Luke-
see,
Are
Luke
you
did
right?
say I always give her 4 tight rolls. Those are pretty tight rolls.
Yeah, they're tight.
I do 4 loose rolls.
Yeah, it needs to
these
be
are
comfortable. It can't like cut off the circulation to your forearm.
But that's
Sarah
why I want to
describes
do
my
it
body
over
as
the
4
elbow.
tight
Drew,
Past the elbow.
Drew, this one's a bargain. This one's a bargain. How much money? What was that?
I said to Drew, Sarah describes my body as 4 tight rolls.
Oh, beautiful. Drew, this one's a bargain, right?
Alright.
You can keep Drew, you can keep Hobden. How much money to legally change your middle name, but it has to go on the plate to Loosey Goosey?
Drew Lucy Hobden.
Referring to your ass.
You know, that would probably be
No
a little
refers to
cheaper
roles.
of a price.
Yeah. I'm listening.
I would bring that down by 10 times. So I would say 50,000.
Okay. If we got wildly successful doing this, which we never will, would you actually change your middle name to Loosey Goosey if I gave you 50 grand?
If we got wildly successful with this, which we never will,
Yep.
I wouldn't need 50 grand, so the price would be higher.
Oh, fuck you, dude. So I need to get
the-
insanely successful on my
The
own
relative
terms?
value of money will go down if we get insanely
He needs to be a
successful.
broke bitch.
hope-
Yeah.
You need to be rich and then tell him what to do.
You
Make
need to
him
be able
dance
to
for money.
exploit me, and
I
that's
hope
the
the
only way I'll
taxes on
do
that
it.
50,000 bite you in the fucking ass. What's the next
Yeah,
question?
is it labor income or gift income?
It's gift now.
Gift.
Did you hand this to me purposely?
No, I just handed it to
Really? Well, this is from your dad,
Oh.
Douglas, comma Drew's dad, or not comma brackets Drew's dad, haha,
Is it brackets or parentheses?
parentheses.
Yeah,
They're both,
let's
isn't
be,
it?
Let's be
Brackets
clear.
are the
The square ones?
yeah, the square ones.
Are they?
we
Yeah,
got-
parentheses are round and
yeah, you
sexy.
know.
Back on the days.
I got the 4 rolls.
And he says, discuss pros and cons of using music and improv. Well,
Not a
there's
question,
only
Dougie.
cons, Doug.
Not a question, Dougie. Anyway, no,
No,
you
but it's so easy. How do you feel about music and improv? It was so close.
It was
you
so
almost
close.
had it.
So close, Dougstopher. I will say,
I like it, but
yes, no, I want to do more of it. The sole reason I do not do more musical improv with this troupe is because I feel like maybe one of you would be on board. And the one of you is Daryl.
Yeah, I mean, I do music, so I can play.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys can have a 2-person musical scene if you want,
And
which
we'll
sounds
all-
like a
the
time
rest
and a
of us will
half.
fuck off.
But yeah, then
No, I
who's
feel
gonna
like
play
we
the
could-
music?
Yeah.
If it's time and a half, it would only be 6 measures.
Oh, hey!
The off-book
me this
improv, the off-book podcast does that very well, where they have like 4.
Listen to other podcasts?
Yeah, well, they have two. They have two
He doesn't have a
improvisers.
financial podcast to
They-
listen to.
They have 2 improvisers, and they bring on improvised guests, and they have a keyboardist and a drummer, and they improvise like a story
That's
in
cool.
like an hour, and it's like a musical.
Did I ever tell the keyboard story on this podcast?
Oh, keyboard! I say it all the
yep.
fucking time.
Just
yeah.
making sure.
Oh, keyboard.
That's a season 1 story.
That is. It was a good time.
Anything else anybody
I-
wants to say about music?
Speaking of Keyboard Man, he is the second reader for my. Fuck you.
You have 10 seconds.
No, I don't. Speaking of Keyboard Man,
I'm running out of time. I don't even have 10 seconds.
all right. Speaking of Keyboard Man, so he is the second reader for my MRP, my research proposal.
Man,
MSRP?
ripping pussy.
My master.
He's sitting there like
Man
reading
ripping pussy.
my
back in his chair, opening it up.
my master's project, and at one point there was a statistic on that I was citing, and it happened to be 69%, and I put in parentheses, not brackets. I put in nice, and just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and he is known as a very serious marker, so like he will give a lot of things, and he only gave 3 points, and I took that as a compliment. But the third point was something along the lines of, hold on, let me pull it up.
Are we getting
that's
the word
okay.
for word?
Pull it up.
We're gonna. This is Mr. Keyboard himself.
Pull it up.
Something went wrong. Well, it's-
What is Mr. Keyboard? How
Oh,
was
you
he
don't
Mr.
know?
Keyboard? I don't remember this.
Okay, I'm telling the story again. All right, so he's a professor at my university, and he's a wonderful person, but he also happens to have a little bit of an awkward mannerism of speech about him.
Okay.
So like one time we bought donuts and we offered him donuts, and he just stayed in the doorway and went, "Oh, nice," and walked forward and got a donut, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And we like convinced him. He kind of had like the Steve Jobs if he was a robot persona to him, so we convinced him to like voice one of the characters in our video game project, and he definitely wasn't used to voice acting, but he did it, and that's like a point in his favor as a person.
Yeah.
And so at one point, I was just working along with everyone else in the class on our on a big project that was lasting the entire year, and I'm behind the door, so the door swings in. You have to look around the door to look at me.
Okay.
And he opens the door, and it's just him, like his face. It just like sticks in. There's like 5 of us. We've already turned around looking at him. He hasn't said anything yet, and he goes, "Oh," and then he locks eyes with me and just says, "Keyboard." And I like my face goes from neutral to like. And I was like,
What's going on?
Is this funny or am I in
yeah,
danger?
yeah. Do you need something? And then,
So good.
and then he like
That's a great
said
way to
something
put
that
it.
was like unrelated to keyboards.
Just something in your ancestral and like a memory is just like, I think I'm about to be killed, or this is very funny.
Yeah, no, it was fucking weird. It was fucking
Alright.
weird, and that's Keyboard Man. And as such, he sent feedback talking about the. Oh, sorry, it was 68%. I put almost nice.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was bummed. So one of his only three notes, was, if I'm reading this right, the parenthetical almost nice after 68% is a joke. Period. This needs to go. Period. It's unprofessional. Period. Shot through the heart.
You're to blame.
Yeah, you with your fucking keyboard.
You love a bad name.
Hey!
It's from a movie.
It's from John Bond.
John Bond.
John Bond and John Bond.
John Bon Jovi.
Anyway, yeah, I'd be down for musical improv. You'd
I
be
just
down
don't
for
wanna do
musical improv. Drew doesn't want to do musical improv.
I like it, but I don't want to do it.
I like seeing it. I have no faith in myself to do that.
Do you want to do it aside from that? Because that's a different question than do you have faith in yourself.
I would love to do it if I was good at it, but I know I'm not.
Gotta
If
work
we
them
practiced
skills.
a little bit more.
If we practiced and we were better,
fuck
then
you.
yes. We were
So
better
y'all
at music.
four can
I just
We're
don't
really
think.
good at musical improv.
I just
just not
don't.
engaged
I just
with
don't
it.
think we're good enough at music.
We
to
probably
do it.
are.
Yeah.
We probably are good at it.
Actually, yeah, he's in a band and I compose.
I was just
We're probably
singing-
fine.
grew
I was
up
just
in a
singing
musical
last
family
night.
too.
I was singing, bitch. I was
You're
singing.
singing bitch?
I was singing bitch
I was
before you were
singing
even
bitch.
born.
The Elton John song or Rolling
Just,
Stones.
Just follow the
Hold me
shower.
close, tiny bitch.
Okay, that's way better than
I'm a
the rest.
rocket bitch.
Is that sufficient?
I think so.
Yeah, the bitch.
I'm still bitch.
This is what this is now.
Saturday night's alright for bitching.
Crocodile bitch, etc.
That's when she's real old and she moved to Florida. The crocodile bitch.
When are you gonna come, bitch? When are you gonna, bitch? Should've stayed
Susan,
at the bitch.
who Drew might recognize.
Listen to my old bitch.
Stop saying bitch while we're talking about Susan. That's unprofessional.
Oh, is this
It
Susan?
needs to go.
Hold me, bitch.
So, Susan, who Drew will recognize actually, for she is his aunt, asks.
It wasn't the
It's a
show.
long walk. It's very formal.
You laugh. What improv skit is on your bucket list?
What does that mean?
So people often assume that what we're doing is skits, and I think this is a good opportunity for
Are we getting into the technical
I mean,
weeds?
Let's
I
address the
I assume she meant like a
allegation.
format.
or she
no,
thinks we write it.
I think it's games. I think what
that's
she
what-
means is
yeah.
games.
That's
But
what I
think-
say.
But I think this is no. You said format.
Format of
That's what he
game.
means.
Yes.
No.
I got
That's what
that.
he means.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's what he means.
Stop
We
splitting
all-
hairs.
we
What do
all
you
got
me?
it.
What do you mean? And I'm Drew.
Okay, we all knew that I was about to split
What do you
hairs.
mean?
okay?
I'm Drew.
We all
and-
knew
and
that
he's
this
over
was where
there,
I
and
was
you're
going.
right there, and Luke's over there, and what I want to know is where's the caveman?
Still bitch.
So yeah, she means game, format, whatever the fuck, chicken, whatever the fuck you want to
Okay,
call it.
but skits like
Fuck you.
People in comedy like we
Hate
do
the-
different things.
Unprofessional.
We do different
Needs
things.
to
Needs
go.
to go.
We do different things. Improvisers do. We do games. We do scenes. You know, that's sort of the terminology.
Are you motherfucking improv splaining to Drew's aunt Susan?
No, I'm just explaining to anybody who might be listening, who's like, oh, I love comedy. You know, what the fuck, man? What do you do?
I love comedy. What the fuck?
Yeah, see, you laugh. See?
Call it the
All right.
But yeah, so skits are for things that are pre-planned. You know, something that you created yourself.
All right. You have 10 seconds.
And so like it's a thing that's already written, so it's not improv at all.
Leslie does sketch.
I guess I do.
We're talking about skits,
Yeah.
not sketch.
Less than a
God.
Leslie is acting in a sketch that a friend and I wrote.
Oh, cool.
Side note,
Saturday.
when's that update coming? I need to practice that.
Let's talk about that.
That's updated.
Let's talk about that off the podcast. What fucking improv game format is on your bucket list?
On my bucket list?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do a musical now. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. See, we'd be fun in musical improv. We just say that over and over
That's
again.
perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Jazz.
People keep coming back.
I would love to.
We also did an improv thing where in like last episode where we did the Louis Armstrong thing, just like the.
That's good.
That's true. We have other musical things.
That was wonderful. The coming back to it when Drew was like, eh. We all used that as an opportunity. That was hilarious. All right. I'm sorry for cutting you off. What would you like to do?
I do think musical stuff would be cool.
Yes.
I would love to do a game where we, do like a day in the life of or something like that, where we incorporate an audience member and get them to
That is a
tell us
thing.
about
Yeah.
some shit.
I've done that before. It's pretty fun.
That's my thumb. Are you?
Me, game that I want to do?
On your bucket list.
I don't want to do improv anymore.
Okay. You.
On your bucket list.
I'm done.
I'm done. I'm out.
I don't take a shit for less than
Oh,
$2,000.
big news about the show. I'm done. I spent it all. I'm a very serious person now.
Oh
I have no more jokes.
I don't want to ruin my
I
employment
invested it all.
options.
I invested all my money.
Wait, but
my
let's.
improv.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna zap you with my de-aging ray. It's gonna de-age you 10 hours from when you actually wanted to do improv. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, I'd like to be. I don't know. I like improv.
Fuck this! I'm aging you again.
I don't care for that.
I'm gonna age you 20 more years because your answer was shit.
Oh, hey, I'm into you.
Finally, within my age range.
Sorry, sir. Fuck you. I don't care.
sucks.
I don't care for that.
You've been keeping that in your mind for 20 years.
This skit sucks.
It's on my bucket list.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I don't really have a specific game I want to do. I just want to do different stuff.
I do think it would be really cool. I don't really... There's a lot of games that are out there, but like there's nothing really holding me back from doing them. I think it'd be really cool. We've done like summits and stuff, like improv summits where there's been like 30 people.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool to do a very like long, like 3-hour sort of like play format where like everybody's involved in the one thing, but it's like a huge cast. I think that'd be really cool.
Like an ensemble type of thing?
Yeah.
Honestly, for me... Leslie, do you have an answer? We seem to be going
I
in
have
a
to win
circle.
both of them. I'm sharp nails. My
No,
favorite.
like I feel like
Or long nails.
yeah, any improv game I would have wanted to play and heard about, I would have tried it out. You know.
All right, Paul.
So-
True Danger Prov. I want to see what it's like.
No, you don't.
You don't have to do it.
Not true
I've done
dating
it,
club.
bitch. I don't want to.
I did the bucket one.
I did the kiss the fish one.
I did.
Okay, no. Explain, you have 10 seconds.
In Danger Prov, they had musical numbers, and then if you didn't fit the appropriate musical numbers, you had to kiss the fish.
What? That's not the part I wanted explained. I want to know what kissing the fish implies.
Are we talking about like a
You gotta
proper
kiss a
raw,
fish.
like
Yeah, it was like
eyes in fish?
Yeah, it was a full
Whole ass
It was a
fish.
full dead fish,
It's not danger.
It's just gross.
but it's gross.
I'm talking like I don't want fire because I'm pyrophobic, but I'm talking like the broken glass with the bandana over the eyes type of thing.
Oh, so you want to do
I-
that?
yes,
Paul's
I,
a masochist.
I'd like to try it once in my life.
I did the when I was at an Ottawa summit doing Danger Prov. I did the one where they call the shots, where it's
Oh,
water
God.
and vodka.
Yeah.
You got
and I did it
vodka, like,
twice, and I got vodka. I
both
got
times.
vodka both times.
Yeah, no, you were pissed drunk after the thing, and that's when I
Yeah.
figured out how potent vodka is because I don't drink.
Yeah.
So I was like, "What's the big deal? It's like a couple
Cool little
milliliters.
It's like a
of-
sip of beer.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
very confused.
Yeah, I remember like the end of that show. I'm like, just look like you're listening. Like the end of the scene, I'm like, just look like
Pay
you're listening.
attention.
Because I was like,
And it impacted you for the rest of the show too.
yeah, because my adrenaline was up and I didn't eat a lot, and I'm 5'4", so I was like 2 shots of vodka. I was like, yeah, just look like you're listening. Just try and respond as best you can.
Engage.
You don't have to be funny. It's okay.
Yeah, nobody grabbed them out of my hand.
All right, no name. No name.
Oh, we're doing another question?
No name.
Okay.
Oh, did we answer everything?
Yeah,
No, yeah, I'm just establishing that, just for the viewers at home who didn't see us pick up a new piece of paper.
They can't put context together. They're really dumb.
They're
so Paul has to
stupid!
walk them through.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you bring a lot of 5-year-olds onto this podcast.
Can improv...
All of our exes listen to this podcast.
Can improv halt rising levels of plastics in the ocean?
I would sure hope so, but the true answer is no.
Oh, gosh. Wouldn't that be quaint if it could?
Well,
Cliffs of Dover.
I don't know about nothing about no plastic, but I sure do love making funnies.
I mean, like, if entertainment is live instead of like going to like buy VHSs, less plastic.
Yeah.
All those people buying VHSs.
We are stopping
We
the
could've-
distribution of physical media.
Look, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Drew. Has improv gotten slightly more popular or not within the last 2 decades?
Yeah. Oh, what, Drew, what?
It
Yeah,
has.
what?
The answer is
I would
it has.
say
It has.
Like,
Yeah,
intuitively,
it has.
that would be my
And
guess.
now, have VHS sales gone up or down in that
oh,
same
oh,
period?
we all know the answer to
I
that.
think they probably went down.
Yeah,
I rest-
Okay,
blockbusting.
Mr. Math.
Amen!
Mr. Math.
Daryl's on my side today, and I don't know how to feel about that. I'm worried.
This show should be called Statistics.
Statistics.
Do we have anything more to say about this? Well, yeah. If you're
If
gonna
they're
go
good
out,
substitutes.
if you're gonna go out for food, then maybe you'll be ordering something
Just
with
eat some
plastic.
improv instead.
And then so if you're going to improv, you're not eating. So there you go, less plastic.
Or you're eating in to like a restaurant because it's like improv at the venue, so you're not taking it home. So you
We
don't
don't
need
do
the
that
plastic,
shit.
so you like use the reusable metal shit.
Oh yeah. You're eating what?
What?
You're eating what?
No, we don't do that shit. It's because
You're
every
eating
time
in-
What?
Okay.
you're eating out, is that the?
No.
No.
Are you trying to make me say, underwear or something?
You said it, dude! Woo! We did it! Next fucking question, Luke. Read a question from our audience.
There's 2 questions on
God
this.
damn it! Lightning round.
What's Drew's worst quality?
Oh, jeez, you're gonna have to let me think on that.
Is this Julia's?
Yeah, because I told her to.
Yeah, she told me that. She didn't tell me what the question was. She told me that Luke pressured her into writing a bad question that she didn't want asked.
Dear God, that's so mean.
Too late.
We can't answer this.
And she put a little heart.
Aw.
And it said Luke told me to. The real question is, what's your favorite thing about space?
It's so
I'm
far
a little,
away from
I'm a
Drew.
little afraid of space.
I'm afraid, but it's pretty.
If you're on a boat and you get lost, Coast Guard could get you, even though there's plenty of situations where it's not likely. Space, no one could get
Bye
you.
bye.
Go on.
You gone.
Yeah, and especially if you just get tossed out into the nothingness, you're just gonna wait till your oxygen dies.
It's not gonna take that long.
Drew, do you remember my favorite thing about space?
Spaghettification.
The-
Oh,
No,
that's
my
actually
favorite thing in space.
I remember the story.
Oh, yeah.
Say it.
3, 2, 1.
One. Neutron stars. They're the coolest fucking thing. We want to talk about like light as like waves and particles and like the balloon thing. It gets only nuttier from there. So, neutron stars are super fucking cool because they have like all these weird properties. Like for one, their cores are made of like we discovered a new form of matter
We're gonna be here for the next hour.
based on neutron stars even existing. It's called quark gluon plasma, and it's super fucking cool. Like the neutrons make like a lattice instead of it being with protons behaving like they do in normal atoms, and like they're so fucking magnetic that that like atoms get bent when entering its influence. It literally makes things gay, Drew. So we need to send your ass to a neutron star so I can fuck your anus.
We need
That's
to make
another
Drew-
space joke.
We need
Very good.
We need to send Drew to a neutron star to make him gay.
But actually, neutron stars,
GoFundMe.
neutron stars are the coolest things. Like they spin super fast, and if there's like, I think if there's like another star that nearby, it gets sucked into the neutron star's influence, and then the gas just gets whipped up and sucked into the neutron star, which makes it spin faster, which makes it spin a quarter of the speed of light, which makes it into a new thing entirely called a pulsar.
See, if they incorporated that technology into Beyblades, they'd be a lot cooler.
What do you mean technology?
If you
didn't do it.
We're all in a simulation, don't you know?
It's not quite as dense as a black hole, but if you took a sugar cube as dense as a neutron star, it would be as heavy or as like full of mass as a fully full non-hollow iron cube, 700 meters
That's a
in
heavy
each
little
direction.
sugar
But the size of a sugar cube.
In the size of a sugar cube. Isn't that amazing?
It's pretty cray-cray.
Yeah, I love neutron stars. It's my favorite thing on the planet. I'm so happy
Not
we
on
got
the
to talk.
planet!
Nah, touche. The favorite. Well, our discoveries of it were done
Yeah,
on this
that's fair.
planet. It's my favorite thing in the universe, and I love it. And I'm so happy we got to talk about it on this podcast. I'm actually unironically happy now, which is a big deal for
That got
me.
asked.
I'm
Thanks,
autoironically
Julia.
happy.
That did
Drew's worst
remind-
quality is that he farts a lot.
That did
I don't think he
remind.
does. If anyone, it's me.
Oh wait! All that time he was passing gas, he was just saying the stupid shit out of his mouth.
Goes out one way, goes out the other. What?
That was all right. That earns you a
That didn't-
hesitant
that didn't-
fist bump.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm still bitch.
All right, what's your favorite thing about space and/or the worst quality in Drew?
Yeah, that reminded me about black holes. There's a phenomenon called spaghettification, which is really cool.
Spaghettification?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
the black holes when it crossed
Hell
the event
yeah.
horizon. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, once you pass the event horizon in
My
a black
dick hurts
hole,
inside my pants.
the gravity is so immense
love
that
talking about space.
things closer to a black hole are being pulled quicker to the black hole than things further from the black hole. So it basically like stretches things out, which is really cool. But at the
that's
same
what the
time, it's
spaghetti
like,
part.
yeah.
See, he doesn't get
So
it.
like if you, well now he does. But so if you were to get sucked into a black hole, assuming you could get to that point,
I'd be turning
you
into
if
spaghetti.
you went feet first, you would like watch your body like stretch before your eyes.
Whoa.
Get spaghettified.
Baguette to
But
spaghetti.
pizgoodified.
I'm not going to give you that one.
Baguette, spaghetti.
No.
What?
Spaghetti, baguette, spaghetti.
What?
What are you talking?
Like money begets money.
What? What?
Spaghetti begets spaghetti. The more spaghetti you have, the more spaghetti you have.
Daryl, what would you do if all four of us just now got possessed with the souls of four really boring bankers that like all sounded like this? What?
Would it change
What
our
are you
local-
talking
What are you
about?
talking about?
I'm still
What?
bitch.
What would you say? What would you do? Like we're just like what? Spaghetti? What?
What?
Yeah.
You should start a Roth IRA. What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I've listened to the same podcast you have.
You need to move to America.
Oh.
Let me. Yeah, I want to hear about what's interesting with you guys because it sounds like we live in different planets.
Well, my son just went to business school. He's gotten his MBA, and I'm not necessarily talking about the basketball organization.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else?
My wife made turkey last night.
Okay. Hey, that's nice.
And she's not
Pretty
talking
nice.
about the country.
Oh, she didn't make a country. That's good.
Sounds like a bunch of shoebills. No, wait, shoebills sound. You really like shoebills, right?
I don't like them. They're horrifying.
I sent you that shoe bill video of
Gunfire
like the
one,
machine
right?
gun.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Can you imagine if like the Vietnamese just sent a bunch of shoebills out?
Yeah.
Like just like give all them PTSD and they just run home. They don't even napalm the damn place. Everybody
In an
wins.
alternate
There's
universe,
like, that's
how
a
it went
fucking
down.
dinosaur.
That
I'm
actually
out.
that had never occurred to me. If like a foreign power wanted to terrorize a nation, they just unleash like a bunch of very dangerous animals.
Scary looking animals.
That did actually. Okay, I've seen a movie. No, I haven't. No, I haven't seen a movie recently that did that. So let's move on.
I know there was a plan, or maybe they did it. Is that they you can?
I mean, the Emu War happened.
the Emu War happened, but
Which
like
I looked up after our last
But
podcast.
wasn't it a war against emus? It wasn't necessarily like weaponizing emus.
No, it was against emus, but it was emus and not ostriches. They did not, in fact, ask a platoon of ostriches to come in from Africa.
yeah, but it'd be like, oh, you're trying to be on the subway and there's like a fucking like panther, and you're like, what do we fucking do now? Like it doesn't even have to kill anybody. You're like, well, we can't go on the subway.
well, how fat is a panther?
Fat.
Then I'm fine. I'll outrun the bastard.
You know what? I think I got the subway from a Louis C.K. joke.
Ah, well, in that case, we know what's going to happen in your future.
What?
Fat panthers.
Okay.
What's the next question? Unless, do you have anything cool about space and/or uncool
I
about
like
Drew?
the pillars of creation. I'm just gonna throw that
I like the
out
Pillars of Islam.
What's your favorite? Okay, top
I think
5
it's
pillars
big
of
as the
Islam.
pillars
Go.
One. I don't know.
Wow, you don't know the pillars of Islam?
Yeah, I don't know the Pillars of Islam.
I forget. You're interested in Islam? You're not a practicing Muslim,
No,
though?
I'm not Muslim.
Okay. Do you know the pillars?
Like one of them's about like being a cool guy.
That's the one Muhammad teaches us. Praise be.
Yeah.
He's the coolest
Blessed
man.
be his name.
Yeah,
Blessed
yeah.
be his cool ass name.
The other
I shouldn't
one.
Blessed
make
be
fun.
my dog.
I'm not making fun of Muhammad.
He's so cool that every time someone draws a picture of him, everyone goes, "Nah, he was cooler than that."
No.
Put that shit away. He
Put that
looks better.
shit away. This
Yeah.
guy was so cool, you don't even know. I know one of them's like donating money.
Yeah, like zakat, I think it is, or whatever it is, to like give back to your community.
Zagat? I thought that was a restaurant reviewing thing.
I thought that
Bob
was a slur.
Zagat. Bob Zagat.
Bob Zagat. Don't say that. Don't say that about Bob.
There's that. There's something about self-sacrifice. Always.
You gotta sacrifice yourself to Bob Zagat. Or, as we all know in the business, Bob Slur.
And,
You have to say it like that.
Yeah.
fearing God, I think is one.
Okay.
You have to fear God?
Be,
Yeah, you gotta fear God.
gotta
So
be-
weird. Like one of the
being humble.
commandments are like, "Be scared of me."
You get that fear of God.
Yeah, I feel like God, like, you're not following your own, like, rule 1.
That's like a classic, like, suburban dad thing, like a God-fearing man.
Yeah, but I thought that in the old-timey words, God-fearing literally just meant obeying.
Well, that sounds like you're
Well,
a
yeah,
fucking
you're like
pussy.
fearing like the punishment.
Yeah,
No, but like
You're-
I think in old-timey times, God-fearing literally only meant God obeying. Because I looked it up after Blazing Saddles included it.
Oh, like it didn't have the connotation of fear.
Correct.
In that
I
that
think
we,
yeah.
the fearing
Fuck
is probably
everything
like
around.
fearing that you do something wrong and like trying your best to please God because you're scared of the consequences of it if
Yeah.
you don't, kind of thing.
Have you
Right?
ever read the
Certainly
Old
in a modern
Testament?
context.
The Old Testament's all like, God's like a fucking asshole. He's gonna beat you.
Yeah,
I wonder
like,
if
for no
I'll
reason
whoop your ass.
sometimes.
I wonder if the word fear
Shut the
came
fuck
from
up,
that.
Joe.
Like, again,
If that's the origin of it.
because the
John-
origin of it was just like
God is the worst
fearing.
guy.
God fearing meant you believe in God. So over time, it's like fear God, fear God, fear God, and it's like, yeah, but we're also afraid of him.
What if
don't-
we use this for Panthers?
But we
Hey.
don't use the word for that. Oh, fear, duh. And then just like over time, it's like, can you imagine if someone from old-timey times came now and is like, what do you fear? Oh, spiders in the dark. And they're like, what? Clowns. They'd be so confused with fears. What's the next question?
This question.
chess.
They put their last name, but I'm gonna read out their first name.
Read out only their read out their address, Drew. Do they put their address there?
What's their mother's
roll.
maiden name?
I don't know.
Do they include their credit card, Drew?
No,
Well, why don't you include your credit card, Drew, to make
No.
up for it?
That's a good idea.
I don't want to get
Drew,
rural stolen
Drew,
from.
could you
Drew,
please,
Please spare your credit card numbers.
spare your credit card and handle
Don't-
my shaft.
Don't forget the three fun numbers on the back.
Please,
Could you put your toes in my
Drew, I just need you to give me your credit card all over my
Credit
shaft.
card swipe right up my ass.
Drew, let me wash your
Front to
face.
back, please.
You guys have 10 seconds.
No.
No.
I'm gonna need more.
we last long. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need more.
I
We
want
need
to wash
more.
both of your feet.
Wash both. 3,
Two.
1.
What are your guys' hopes and dream?
You only allowed one.
Wait,
You can have all the hopes you want, but
Just
only
if-
one
If we
drink.
have some left, you can have seconds.
you can't not read that fucking. This can't be their last name. This is just like a nickname.
Josie Grossi.
Sorry for outing your last name, Josie Grossi, but like this can't possibly be. If it is, God bless you for making it through grade 3
Yeah, I'm
without
so
dying.
sorry people bullied you.
Also, you put Geises, not even Geises with like an
Okay, now
apostrophe.
you're just being mean.
Look at this! It was intentional. I'm pointing it out. Yeah. Am I being mean? Yeah, that's what I thought.
What's your opinion on Geisen?
No one can hear you shake your head. I'm such a villain when people only hear our interactions.
Guys, this is a terrorist organization. I don't associate with them at all.
Yep.
They have nothing to do with Islam.
Can you imagine fucking Obama just going, Josie Grossi must be stopped.
Josie Grossies
must be copped. It's got like a Mother Goose beret. What are our hopes and dreams?
To get big.
I don't want to ever...
Good swole.
I'd really like to live a life creating what I want to create and not working a 9 to 5.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Not even necessarily like for the hours, just because the idea of like getting money because you helped someone else get more money so they didn't have to work
It feels like a waste of my own life.
Yeah, 100%. That's my goal.
I'd like to earn the respect of people that I admire.
Who did?
Oh, like my heroes.
Norm Macdonald's dead.
I like Norm Macdonald. He wasn't a hero.
We were friends.
He owed me money.
I feel like Norm Macdonald is the type of person that would owe people money.
He had massive gambling debts.
Yeah.
He did.
Like I feel like you'd be like, "Hey Norm, where's the money you said you were gonna have last week?" And he was like, "Hey, you know what? Why do they call it Hitler when like he was a bad guy?" That's all I hear when it's Norm Macdonald. That's my Norm Macdonald
Just
impression.
some non sequitur.
That's what it is usually. He's just sort of like, "Oh man, today is the 9th month and the 11th day. You know, something else happened today." "Oh yeah, Norm? Yeah. I'm not gonna say it though."
Yeah, it's
That is like minus like a few more clever moments. That is exactly his style.
I still haven't watched his special that he recorded when he was sick. Did you hear
Oh
about
yeah,
that?
yeah, and the
Yeah.
like COVID one.
Yeah, he recorded like over Zoom, like on a computer with like a hand mic with like no audience.
I think I
And
watched
he's
parts of it. I
"I'm
don't think I
gonna
watched
die."
the full thing.
I will say, even though I don't particularly care for his comedy, as you can maybe see,
A cheese sandwich.
still respect the guy. He did one of the most amazing pieces of meta commentary ever, where when he won an award, I think it was like an Emmy or something prestigious, something really prestigious.
Was it the candies?
He brought out a Native American chief, a la the same way that Marlon Brando did, where the chief just gave a speech about how like Native people have been massacred and
Hell
continue
yeah.
to be to this day, and it was such a
hell
shock
yeah,
piece
Philip.
that people started laughing at it. And
Oh.
the
They thought
fact
it was like a bit.
yeah, and the fact that people were laughing at it, people started laughing at that. And soon, it's just this entire theater full of mostly white people guffawing at Norm Macdonald standing there solemnly as this one chief just goes, "This entire theater stinks of blood." With a serious face on. Like, it...
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's so fucking metal. Oh yes.
This is really metal.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It is a treat to behold, and it's weird because you want to laugh at it, but you're also conscious of the fact that like you're joining in on like the reason why you shouldn't be
Yeah, it's like
laughing.
nervous, uncomfortable
Yeah,
laughter.
well, it's why I say it's the best piece of meta comedy I've ever seen in my life because it
like
really like
confronting.
Yeah, well, because it makes a bunch of like white celebrities look like assholes.
and they're laughing at
Yeah.
that, but then it just makes them look more like the assholes.
Yeah.
It's clever. I like it.
Yeah, I like his one of my favorites is like him talking about Bill Cosby, and he's like, I had a friend who said that he the worst thing about Bill Cosby was that he was a hypocrite, and I said, I don't think that's the worst thing.
That's fun.
What's your hopes and dream? Did you answer it?
No, you didn't. Did you?
No, my hopes to get big.
Get big. Already
Like grow up?
accomplished. Is that your dick? No, it's your wallet. Okay. I thought that was like sticking out.
Holy shit!
My dick.
Like, here's a new set of sneakers.
If so, your dick is very.
That's a dick!
It's like sprunged. I don't know how to say it.
Sprunged?
Yeah, well, if you feel it, you'd say sprunged.
I don't know about sprunge.
That's a bit
It's
sprunged.
point.
You want to feel my dick?
it's
I'm not
definitely
reaching over to feel your
Yeah.
sprunged dick.
Yeah, reach out. Why not?
all perked up.
I just like that sentence coming out of Drew's
Why not,
mouth.
Drew?
Clip that,
You
please.
reach over to wipe your ass. You're not gonna reach over to touch my sprung.
Okay, would you get your ass like separated from you via portal so that you could just like?
What?
Okay, hear me out.
I feel like one person specifically will say yes, and that's about it.
I would. Okay, if you could
Why
like
did you
just the
point at
tail
me?
end of your ass,
It might
right?
help. I don't know.
The tail end of your ass via portal, right? You just put it in like a field behind your house, right? And there's like a poop hole, and then you don't have to worry. You can just poop whenever.
Like your butt is just like always in a portal that goes to a hole.
That just goes to a hole in a field outside your house. And there's a bump on a log and a frog in the hole in the bottom of the sea. And there's the
Doesn't
hole
touch crack, doesn't touch anything, just goes straight to the hole.
What?
Doesn't touch crack.
Like the portal is before the crack.
Crack. Okay.
Crack is not.
No, the portal is within crack, but like
Like
it's
is
just
the
sort of
portal
like
if
in
I'm
the anus,
walking-
or is it catching after?
Yeah,
you
if
know?
I'm walking, am I getting shit like on me, or is it getting teleported
Does the
before
portal
that?
begin within the intestinal tract?
it doesn't begin within the intestinal tract, but it's like right there, right like near
At
the
the
ass.
sphincter.
At the sphinx.
At the sphincter.
At the
Sphincter.
succinct sphinx. The succinct, if
I
you will.
want a portal.
And then, like, yeah, and then
Right
poop-
at the sphincter.
And then poop falls out into the hole, and you never need to worry about like, oh man, I have to go to the bathroom. Guess I better sneak away.
No, but
I
you
hid
still
from secret
there-
police
in that.
in my sphincter.
Wait, hold on. As the person who likes anal play, would the other dick go into your shithole instead of your?
Oh, that's an interesting
dipping it in
dilemma.
He's dipping it in a
I
pile.
imagine that it's like, I imagine that I have the portal on a wall and like
Oh,
the poop
true,
falls out
so-
into the hole. So their dick would have to be long and curved to dip in
Or
shit.
it's just so full that you haven't cleaned it out since. You
No, it's just
and they're going like, "Wow, this feels so good," and they're like, "I forgot to tell them. Do I tell them now, or is it too late?"
It's too late! I like shut off the portal.
Also, if you're squeamish about getting shit on your dick, don't do anal.
I'm not gonna do anal.
Also, counterpoint to that, no, that's definitely not true. Like, I like butt play, but I also usually just
Like
like,
standards.
yeah, first of all, yes. Second of all, I will usually like prepare for it with like showering and shit like
That's
that.
true,
It's not like
Edible.
all anal comes like after you've taken a massive shit. You haven't wiped all the best because you're kind
You
of
can
late
wipe
for
me.
like your shift to work. So you walk out the door and your partner is right there outside the bathroom, shit waft coming into their nose already. You realize you're sweating, you forgot to flush, and they're like, "I want to do it, but I want to do it in your butt right now." That's not what anal is, my friend. You can take your time with it. It's not this stupid hypothetical.
Yeah.
That shows you.
Yeah, no, it did.
Yeah, that was a stupid hypothetical. Nothing about that portal, right?
Okay, so you wouldn't use the portal.
I mean, if it's there, obviously I can't not use it.
How did we get here from
can't-
hopes and
Would you get it
dreams?
installed? Is it your hopes and dreams to get it installed?
Would you get it installed?
I don't think it helps.
Well, in that case, moving on. Would you get it installed, Luke? You've got colitis.
In my utopia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drew.
Colostomy bag's almost
if I could get it removed if I didn't like it, yes.
Yeah, you have like a switch. You can switch the portal on and off.
Yeah, if it wasn't a permanent change, then yes.
Oh yeah, 100%. You can just use the portal for shit. You can't use it for anything else, and that's a bummer because portals would be super useful. But
So
if you
what
could
if your
use it for
ass
shit-
The only
bleeds? Does the
portal
blood go
technology.
through the portal, or does the
Yeah,
portal
yeah, yeah.
only
No,
accept
everything
shit?
goes
No,
through the portal.
everything goes through the portal, but you
Gotcha.
can only use it in that context. Would you do
I
it?
see. With the on and off switch, yeah.
Yeah, right. It's useful. Fuck you, Daryl.
Okay. Well, you know what? I enjoy.
Stick a portal up your butt.
I
Stick a portal up
enjoy-
your butt.
As we've
Spread
already
your butt.
Prick.
As I've already explained, I enjoy
Bitch.
going to the bathroom. Okay, and it doesn't always.
We know you enjoy it
can
enough
tell.
that you just like go randomly, even when
To
you don't
touch
have
your
to
ass?
shit. Touch your
And
shit.
so, like,
I have to take an ass touching break. Touch my ass.
so like
bored
the
here.
portal has no purpose.
You're
for
just
me.
like sitting at your office
It
clerk
robs you
job.
of joy.
Yeah.
And like, there's people to your left and your right, and you just remark, "Daddy's bored." Just shift your chair back, grab the Kleenex box, go to the washroom.
Kleenex box.
That's what didn't that happen once with you and you were with your dad eating your pancakes or something like that? You were like, I need to go to the washroom, and your dad was like, "Oh, you need to shit, sport," and you leaned in and you went like, "No," and took a Kleenex, and you went into like the other room. You didn't even go in the washroom, and then you like wiped your ass with the Kleenex, and then you put it back in the kitchen garbage and sat down and ate your pancakes like nothing was wrong. Wasn't that the story?
I feel like that was your weird hypothetical from one thing that I
That's
said.
what I remember about it.
It's because I said it at the time, but
This is an
this
intervention.
is now your reality.
Okay, cool. Whatever. I don't like wiping my ass that much.
Why not?
Because, I mean, I like the privacy of going to the bathroom.
Okay, what about me? Put in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question music. What about wiping your ass is nice? Yeah,
It's
there.
already there.
It's already there. I added it in post. That's what I do as an editor. Anyway, let's see.
What was the question again?
That's okay. Take as long as you need. You've got 3 lifelines if you need to.
In 10 minutes.
I'm gonna have to use one of those lifelines now.
What about wiping your ass is nice?
Can I call a friend?
Yeah. All right. We have our friends at AT&T on the line.
What?
That's what they say on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Get?
Okay. Sorry.
All right.
I
So
thought my
let's
friend was the AT&T.
Yeah, just
Like,
tech support.
I called the phone company.
let's ring it up. Who's gonna answer?
Hello?
Hey, Drew, I'm on the show.
Oh my god, Daryl!
All right, Daryl, your friend here is going for
Is that Regis Philbin?
$25,000, and he needs your help. No, he's going for more because we use the different music. He's going for $500,000. All right, Daryl, you have 30 seconds, and your time starts now.
So, Drew, what's enjoyable about wiping your ass?
But wiping your ass, wow. I guess it gives you a feeling of accomplishment. Like you're taking care of yourself, you know? Like if you can wipe your ass, then you can do anything. Like if you can confront something
The
that
world's not that scary. I made soup. Like,
if
world's not that scary, I
wipe my own ass.
yeah.
if you could touch something that gross, I mean,
I'm sorry, his time is up. All right, so what are you thinking? What are you thinking,
Okay.
Daryl Dean?
Well, you know, I think
Regis' mouth unhinges like a snake.
I think Drew meant
Not even phased,
well,
huh? What did that happen?
you just powered
he's,
through.
he's just gonna try and answer the question politely. He's like talking over Regis.
I think it's enjoyable to be kind to your body.
That's your answer?
But do you get the same enjoyment out of brushing your teeth, per se? Would you sit in the office and say, I'm
Oh,
bored, let's go brush my teeth?
That's Meredith. That's a new host.
Meredith?
Yeah, Meredith.
Yeah. Regis is dead, remember?
Oh shit.
And we have killed
Go.
him.
It was Regis, then it was Meredith Williams. I think that's her last name. I'm not sure. She hosted it, and then it was like Cedric the Entertainer, and he sucked because he
Very
does.
entertaining.
But yeah, he's got to change his name. Cedric
need-
the guy.
I need.
Okay, can you? We gotta admit that's the most grade 6 response. Like more like Cedric the not entertaining.
Got him.
I thought that was a pretty good joke.
We're an improv troupe.
Is that your answer? Yeah, go.
Well, I do need to know, do you get the same enjoyment from other self-care activities, or is it specifically wiping your ass that has that extra twinkle to it?
Or that extra nerve ending, if you will, or several. You know,
There are no endings there, and so it does feel like kind of fun to wipe your butt.
Oh, there it is! There it is!
I feel like Daryl.
Try ass play!
Yeah, I feel like Daryl, you're realizing slowly that you should try ass play in like real time.
Like it's like
Ass play
relieving.
doesn't mean something up the ass.
It's
It
like,
can be
it's like-
anything.
It's like scratching an itch, you know?
Yeah, you can throw darts at it.
You could just tickle it a little.
Who's in charge, me or the devil? Have you ever seen that before? No. It's a clip of a dart player, and he just goes, who's in charge, me or the devil? And it's like a really cool line, right? Misses all 3 shots.
Excellent.
And he's like, oh, fuck you! Oh, son of a bitch!
Excellent.
Oh, you still want me to mention more about my ass?
You
I
don't have
really
to.
need to. I just.
Okay, she needs it. She needs this.
All right, we're no longer doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right?
Okay.
We are still live. Rolling.
It is now.
Because I answered the question, right? This is a follow-up. I should be getting more money now, right?
All right.
500,000.
But was the answer correct?
Okay. No, fuck it. Who was the architect of that glass pyramid outside the Louvre?
Jacques Pierre.
That's not it. You lose.
French's name.
You lost all the money.
Well, I didn't get any options.
You want options?
You have to say
All
what
right, come
is
back.
Jacques
Come
Pierre?
back.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Jacques Pierre.
Okay.
I have to come up with other names now.
Don't say that. You'll hide the real one.
Guggenheim.
Guggenheim.
Guggenheim. I.M. Pei, the Chinese architect, or Pierre Cousteau.
Okay, and one of these is right.
One of these is right.
I'm gonna say Guggenheim.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
No, it's gonna be the fourth.
It's Pierre Cousteau.
Pierre Cousteau.
Okay, is that your final answer? Okay. Nope. It's, you went through all of them except the one that was the correct one. It's I.M. Pei. Yeah, I.M. Pei, the Chinese architect. I emerged from Regis Philbin's like snake mouth. Yeah, I.M. Pei, dude. It's I.M. Pei, dude.
I hope they did get paid.
Oh. So I lost.
Wow.
So I guess I don't have to answer any more questions about my butt.
You could still if you want to. Wait, hold on. Cue the music. Yeah.
Open mic.
Talk more about your bite. Talk more about your bite.
So you see, like sometimes, if you don't shave for a while, you just kind of let the hair grow. Like it's, it can also hurt a little bit. You wipe a little bit, and then
Pull a little bit.
pull a little bit of hairs off.
Oh, I've done that before. It sucks.
It's honestly though, it doesn't hurt that much.
It,
No, it does for me.
it's pretty uncomfortable.
Okay.
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 I don't want to
Your
host
ass
this
hair
anymore.
don't hurt.
This is bad. You're quite the fruity guy, aren't you?
I guess I pulled. Yeah.
You see what I did there? Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the question.
All right, cool. What's the next question?
Hardly a question. A statement.
Judgmental.
White lines on the road are not snortable. And I would actually argue they are. Crush it up a little bit and take a little hammer to the road. Ding, 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 ding. Done.
I have nothing to add here.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I think that was well. That was well.
It's a
answered.
good take, Leslie.
Thank you.
You ready for a not good take? This one comes from Azreen. If the serpent were to swallow the old goat, will the old oak tree still shelter the mushroom?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah, but then the serpent's gonna shit out the goat, and so
If it's at enough trajectory, it might hit the old oak and cause it to fall down.
yeah, sure, that too.
You ever wonder why they call it a free-toed sloth?
I never know. But
Okay.
Tell me.
Do you think it has to do with the fact that it's got 3 toes?
That's naive.
Yeah. No. It has much
Nobody
more.
thinks that.
Idiot.
Imagine it climbing along a tree. It has much more to do with the leaves on the tree, you see. Because it eats the leaves, and the leaves
frog.
go... Huh?
The frog.
What frog?
Who eats the leaves?
A
Three-toed
sloth.
Frogs
the
don't
sloth?
eat leaves.
It's a sloth?
This is... Interestingly, there is a frog that has to do with this story, right?
Okay.
So, it eats the leaves, goes right through the sloth, right? Shits all over the place, right on the tree. Like, hits it with, like, an impact mark on the tree, right?
Okay, whoa.
And okay, it doesn't have a frog. It doesn't have a frog in this story.
Oh!
But you'll see. No, you'll see.
What's the point then?
It's a toad. It's a toad because
Even better.
okay, so it shits all over the place, and it's like, man, I need to clean my ass. So then it just finds a nice toad on the tree, a nice fat toad. It wipes its ass with the toad, and then goes, well, I'm done with you. Fly away, toad. Be free. Be free, toad. And that's why they call it a free-toed sloth.
Okay. Alright.
That was well worth our time.
I'm happy with that.
Is that another one of your Norm McDonald
McDonald.
Norm McDonald impressions?
It has a lot more to do with the leaves on that tree. Because
All right, we don't have to
takes
hear the joke
leaves.
again.
it's like someone has one of those expensive TV remotes and set Norm Macdonald to 0.67 times speed. That's how I feel when he talks.
I want to do that so bad. He'd be so drunk sounding.
Yeah. You ever seen those drunk Jeff Goldblum ads? It's literally just the Jeff Goldblum Apple ads sped down. That's it. And they have millions of views.
I have
Welcome-
cheesy ideas.
Welcome to the... It's great because he also has these mannerisms where he'll just say things and you'll miss them the first time, where he goes like, you know when you're buying something online and then he just like continues, but if you slow it down he goes, you know when you're buying something online. Just sounds drunk as shit.
Next question.
Don't you have it?
I have this one, so the next one's to Daryl.
For Drew.
For me specifically?
All right. Next one's to Daryl, though.
Fedora or top hat?
Oh, God.
I ain't never seen this man in a top hat.
I mean,
I have.
really?
I've seen you in a top hat before.
What? Okay, what can...
Got hard
When he's
immediately.
playing with Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. On stage?
What defines top hat? How tall does the room have to be, you know?
I do not know that question.
Like, when I think top hat, I think of like a...
Oh yeah, no, my top hat is like...
Oh.
It's pretty tall.
Okay.
Top.
It's like over a foot tall. I guess I don't wear it that often. I guess fedora in terms of like everyday wearing. I do like wearing the top hat.
Fedoras every day.
But
Fedoras every day. Fedoras every day. Everybody now. Fedoras every day.
Fedora.
Fedoras every day. Fedoras every day. True solo.
Fedora. The Explorer. Fedora.
I don't want you to do musical improv.
I'm not participating in you making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you. I was singing about fedoras.
Yeah, but...
Have you ever seen the Fedoras Are
on a
Awesome
stage
song?
show. No.
That sounds
It's
like
just-
your kind of epic song.
I mean, it is. It's so
Epic
very.
song, bro.
It is the most epic bacon song ever because it's three people on a couch and one guy in the middle is just going, "Fedoras are awesome. Fedoras are
And
awesome."
the others are going on to it.
Yeah,
Some of the
that
others
sounds
are, but
familiar.
one of them thinks they're funnier than the others in the most epic Reddit bacon meme way. And after they go, "Fedoras are awesome," the other one leans in and just in the most annoying voice goes, "Mine's better." And that's their only contribution to the song.
What?
Yeah. It's awful.
Cool.
It's right up Drew's alley. In fact, maybe you did that.
He was probably the guy
in
that
my,
poked his
in
head
my
in at the end and said,
earlier
"We're super
cringier
sure."
days, that might be something I would have done.
Do you think so? What's the most cringy thing you've ever done in your cringy days?
Oh, fucking... I don't know.
Ran a red
Oh,
light?
I do remember one time in university. It was second year or first
So I
year.
knew you.
It might have been first year.
Oh.
But
Aw.
I was like the first person to the classroom, and it was like the woodworking portion of like the backstage stuff.
And
for
you were
theater.
seeing it in first person perspective.
And I was in first person, yeah. And but
It would be a nightmare if you were in second
but
person.
that's the thing. Somebody else came in, and they had their phone, and it could have been for like an Instagram reel or that kind of like TikTok. Well, it wasn't TikTok at the time, but like Snapchat or something.
TikTok at the
Vine,
time.
baby.
And they were
Sorry,
like,
can I TikTok at the time?
TikTok at the time.
Try saying it. 3, 2, 1.
TikTok at the time.
All right.
and they were doing like a scan of the room, like talking to the phone, like
They're talking to the TikTok at the time.
Yeah, yeah, and they were like, "Oh, this is this thing," and like they were like giving like a tour basically of it. And the camera was
2 years old.
the camera was sweeping by, and it like passed me a bunch. And I, to this day, I have no idea if they were doing it in like the front-facing camera, the back-facing camera, and if it was front-facing, like where the screen
You didn't
is,
tip your fedora at it, did you?
they would have never included me in the frame. But if it was back facing, I would have like been
Yeah.
seen. And I just sort of sarcastically said, "Wow, thanks for including me in that." And they gave me like a weird look, and then went and sat down. And that is, I still cringe to this day for saying that.
That is so pure, Drew.
And like
You've definitely done cringier
wrong with
things,
that.
though.
Nothing wrong
probably,
with what you said.
but like that's the first thing that came.
Their
to my
reaction
mind.
was cringe.
Their reaction was cringe.
Yeah, they're the
Yeah.
real cringe.
Yeah.
You should have said that after. You should just say, like, "Wow, thanks for including me." They give you a weird look and sit down, and you're like, "You're the cringy one." Not even
Not me.
Just like,
Yeah.
That would have saved me for sure.
All right, Drew, Daryl, whoever.
Drew?
Next one. This
So
is double-sided.
There's two.
Lightning
questions.
round.
Have you all ever listened to the Dungeons and Daddies podcast?
Fuck no, because I'm not a
I'm not a
nerd
fucking nerd.
and a weirdo. I was already getting ready to say that, but it's Dungeons and Daddies.
Daddies.
Yeesh.
Is it bad that I was gonna be like, "Oh, I almost did," and then she was like, "I'm not a fucking nerd."
You are a
Well,
fucking
I
nerd.
knew
That
you
is
would have
true, I am a
probably
nerd.
answered like, "Oh
am.
yeah, actually, I've seen a few episodes."
It looks cool.
How
actually.
much? How
The
much
thing I
money?
like
No,
about-
shut up. How much money would it take for you to put like the Harry Potter scar tattooed on your forehead?
I'm not getting a tattoo.
No amount of money.
Can
like
I at least
$1
draw
billion.
it with like a Bic pen?
If it was like the what is it, the sepia tattoos or whatever the fuck they're called?
Kenna?
Hannah?
Henna, yeah. If it was a
Yes.
henna,
It makes me
sepia.
It makes me look like I'm into olden days.
if it was like that, then sure. But I'm not getting a permanent tattoo.
For no amount of money.
I've got
$10 billion. $1 trillion.
I mean,
Richest
you
person
You
in
get
the
that
world.
shit removed.
For like $1 trillion, maybe. Like, I'm sure there's a breaking point of like absurd. Like, if I had fuck you money after that,
Yeah.
like $10 billion or something like that, sure.
Okay.
But
And it would be fuck you money because you'd be bitter as hell with that
Exactly.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right, say what you wanted
I'd
to
need
say
to pay
about
for
the
therapy.
nerd thing. I'm sorry for interrupting.
yeah,
The boy who lived.
Dungeons, I've never actually watched anything of it, but the thing I like about it is it's, from what I understand, is it's a group of people who
Our daddies.
didn't grow up playing D&D, so it's like a fresh perspective on
They're
D&D.
fresh at daddies.
I think
Fresh
they're
daddies.
comedians.
They just got babies.
Oh,
I can't
Fresh
remember who it
father.
is.
Where does the daddies part come in?
Well, they're all
So
dads.
weird. Oh.
They're like middle-aged men
They're
playing
not like
D&D. for the
they're
first
not like
time.
sexy.
I feel like fresh father is
That's
one of those things
disappointing.
that's kind of creepy, like free hamster.
You know?
What?
What is free hamster?
Isn't it creepy? Like it's just one of those phrases, like
Why
two-word
is that-
phrases. That's
why
like
is that creepy?
imagine someone comes up to you, right? You're just walking along the street, and they just go, "Free hamster."
Are they offering me? That's the face is the creepy part.
Yeah,
Them
no.
saying the words "free hamster."
Yeah, but I feel like if someone just like came up to you and said, "Hello there," and they smiled, it would not be as creepy as "free hamster." A la keyboard.
maybe. Yeah, no,
They're
you're
both-
probably
they're
right
both
there.
fairly creepy.
For
But
sale,
what if
baby.
One of them was creepier.
what if somebody's
That's my
walking?
point.
What if there's a
That's my
man?
point.
What if there's a man walking with a stroller?
Man, what man? Man,
There's a
what
man walking
Boy.
with a stroller. And
stroller?
then somebody goes up to them and then they say, "Fresh father."
That would be creepy as well.
See, that
But
would be
also like
creepy.
with the smile, like fresh father.
That's creepy in all senses. That one too.
Yeah.
baby shoes.
Cottage cheese.
Okay, all right. Let's not keyboard the rest of the show. All right, so you're the only one that seems to have listened to this podcast, right?
I've never listened to it. I just know what it is.
Okay, so none of
I
us.
didn't listen to it. I just know what it is.
There's a second part of this question.
There's a lot of D&D podcasts out there. It's really hard to get
There's
to
a
all
second
of
part of this question.
You
that
better
doesn't-
get hustling there, Drew. You better
I
get
shall.
your life in shape, Bucko. There's a lot of D&D podcasts out there, and we need you to listen to all of them.
What if God came down from the heavens going,
I
sounded
need
like
you
that.
to save the universe, dude. Fucking Jesus, man. You need to listen to every D&D podcast. I've compiled a list.
And they're still making them.
They're still making it. You better hurry the fuck up, dude.
would you do it?
I would get off the drugs.
You're not on any.
You're
Oh,
not
shit.
on any.
Also, I got you this benzopil.
I guess. I mean, I would become a believer.
That
That's not
easily?
nice.
And yet you wouldn't accept a Harry Potter fucking forehead tattoo for $10,000.
Oh, that's not nearly enough.
no, you'll be the boy who lived forever.
Yeah.
You get
$10,000
Boy
one
who
thing.
lived and wanted
Dude,
to die.
imagine the autographs. You could literally be like, "Hey, I'm Harry Potter. Can I have free beer?"
Said in a Canadian accent.
Hey, I'm Harry Potter. Can I have free beer? It's one of the most scumbag. Imagine you're working at a bar and someone says that. Hey, I'm Harry Potter. You'd be like, first of all, that's a fictional character.
You get cut off at that point for sure.
All right, what's the second
Okay,
part?
so
of this?
so that question's off.
What's the second part?
What's your best knock knock joke by Matt?
Okay, I know how it begins. Actually, no, I've got a really good one. But
No shit, you know how it begins.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Man, why did it hit when you said it? Oh, I'm bitter now. Okay, tell you what. I actually know a pretty good one, but Daryl, you're gonna have to start it. Okay, go.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Isn't there egg on your face?
Daryl's peeing.
Are you being
Drew, do you want to drink it?
No, actually, my water bottle is empty.
what?
Last episode. Fucking goldfish memories.
I try to like block it out of my memory after I edit it, dude.
Sorry, I don't remember that you like to drink piss. Like,
Yeah, that seems like a good thing.
I don't like to drink piss. Y'all accuse me of liking to drink piss. There is a difference.
this is what I'm saying. He
Like
just
you're-
like volunteers information for
You want,
Steve.
you want like
Well, for me, 3
Oh.
to 4 years.
Paul, you like
Yeah.
constantly like propose to Drew to like fuck him or whatever, but then like
And
when
he
I-
keeps saying no.
when I ask if he wants to drink it, you're like, I'm so offended.
Well, that's because it's gross.
You were offended.
That was gross. That's fucking gross. I'll fuck his ass. I'll put his ass in a portal. I'll do anything you want to his ass. But when it comes to pee, ew.
Disgusting.
All right. You know, some people drink their own pee, and it's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
perfectly normal.
They do it. I don't know if it's perfectly normal.
Hey,
though.
drink your own urine.
If you don't have any water, what you gonna do?
You go into a corner
That's
of the
not
room
a
with a
normal
box of Kleenex.
situation.
I don't think I've ever been presented with that situation.
Dude, you're the type of person that goes to the bathroom just to go to town on your own ass. You're not allowed to tell us
Go
what's
to
normal.
town. Okay, wait a minute. Never mind. Let's go.
We
let's
all have
continue on.
secrets here.
Yeah.
All of us are humiliated.
Good day.
Oh my god. This
I am writing your podcast to ask you each if you each have a favorite rap song or album.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking to get more quote unquote jiggy with it and need help cats to provide me with recommendation. Regards, Wilfred Snibblesnabble Esquire. I like I mean this is a very it's a very cliche answer, but I like To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh yeah, that wasn't
It's
my
a
choice.
classic, maybe one of the most beautiful albums of our new century.
No, getting jiggy with it.
No. Oh.
Yeah, no, To Pimp a Butterfly is good.
This
dick ain't
So-
free.
Because the passage of time,
back
we're
to the
forgetting
bit.
more and more songs. I will say there's a banger from, it might be the 90s, it honestly might be the early 2000s, but it's like one of the last pieces of like, I don't want to say classic hip hop and rap, but it's like, it's one of the, it's endured the test of time with like its own niche following.
Yeah.
Harder Than You Think by Public Enemy on the album How Do You Sell Soul to a Soulless People Who Sold Their Soul. Hard to remember the album name. Thank you, Public Enemy. But Chuck D, absolute master of his craft. Flava Flav, That's my opinion. When it comes to albums, I know it's not a rap album, but it's made by a rapper. Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino.
That's a good one.
Absolute bang. What I love about it is that it gets you into Childish Gambino even if you're not into rap.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get more jiggy with it and you don't know how to get into rap, it's amazing to transition your way into rap rather than like cold turkey.
Can
Yeah.
that
it's
be
like
the
a
last
funk-
time we used Get Jiggy with It?
You were the one who
No, that was in the question.
yeah, but you sang it.
you sang it.
I know.
Could have just forgot about it, dude. But you brought it up.
Forgot about what?
I'm gonna fart in Drew's face if you're not more polite.
Daryl, can you apologize to us, please?
I'm sorry, Drew.
Please no.
No, all of us.
No.
All right. Next up, are you looking up a rap song, Drew?
I don't listen to a lot of rap.
So I'm checked out. I don't take a shit
I'm
for less than
trying to- I'm
$2,000.
I'm trying to salvage something out of it, and the best thing I can come up with is
Are you gonna pull up like something white, like Grandma got run over by a reindeer?
There was actually a Paramore song that had a rap part in it. I like that.
I like. I mean, I like new metal, but anyway. The closest thing I can think of is I like the Arcane soundtrack, and they have like hip hop songs on there that I like, but I don't know.
Luke, come back. Come back, Luke. We want to hear you
Starting
laugh.
to lose his mind.
What's up, dude?
I don't really listen to rap. I mean, I can give a recommendation. I guess I like new metal.
Well, you were talking about like whatever. Talking about songs that had bits of rap in them.
One thing I don't know.
That's my favorite. Man, that's real rap. That's from the streets.
You know, I should have just said I don't listen to rap and left it at that.
Leslie, you were raised white.
Yeah, I don't listen to rap, but I do like white people rap, like Gorillaz, and they just kind of do like a little. It's a band that's not really rap, and then there's just suddenly a little
Not really a
bite-sized
band.
rap thing from someone. Yeah, barely a fucking band, and yeah,
Just a bunch of cartoons.
yeah.
There's the guy
What
from
the heck?
Blur who's like, what if I had imaginary friends?
What if I made anime?
And none of them are even
I made an anime because I'm a dick.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
British.
Did you know that? None of them are gorillas.
Gorillas, really?
Yeah. that's
They didn't
real.
get Clint Eastwood's permission to make that song.
No, I didn't.
Fuck
They've
them.
seen that video of him talking about producing that song, and it's like setting one on the drum machine.
Oh,
Where he has this vintage drum
Masters of
machine. He's
their
like, I
craft.
composed a Clint Eastwood. Yeah. And it's like the beat, and he's like, here, it's a rock one. And it's like the beat complete. And he's like, are you fucking serious? It's like, yeah, no, I did that. And then here's the drum fill. Bum, 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 bum. Great.
I mean, if it works and it produces something catchy, I don't see any reason to be gatekeepy about it.
Yeah,
No, I
it's
love
just funny.
Gorillaz. They're my favorite
But it is
band.
funny, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's
All right.
funny.
What's your name?
I like A Tribe Called Quest. They're like
Okay,
a
yeah,
polar,
yeah.
polar-
Can I kick it?
A tribe called Quest?
Can I kick it?
Oh yeah, you can.
Can I kick it?
Jesus.
You can kick it with me.
Can I kick it?
Na
Yeah.
na 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 na.
And the album
Na
that
na na na. Fuck you, Daryl. Na na na.
and the
na,
album
na, na.
from is Low End Theory. That's
That's
my
a-
favorite album.
That's a pretty good one.
Classic. That's classic. That's classic.
Who gets to ask the next question? I feel like I haven't asked one in forever.
Well, that's your fault then.
Yeah, probably.
So this question comes from
no, it's not.
Cat with a heart. Actually, there's 2 questions.
Holy shit, Cat. You asked the first one, Leslie asked the second one. That's
What
the next
does improv mean to you? And it's spelled as improv. Which
Well
is very
done, Cat.
impressive.
Well done, Cat. You're a fucking cat and you figured that out.
A cat came to
That's
the show.
impressive.
1 ticket, please.
It means I don't want to go too esoteric, but I want to give a genuine answer. It means storytelling. I don't really see it as like comedy as much as like we get to like be characters and explore worlds.
Yeah,
that
I-
to me is storytelling.
I think there's often like a misconception with improv that it's like improvised comedy. It's like it's literally just improvised scenes.
Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of improvisers also make that misconception where they're
Exactly,
like, it has
yeah.
to be funny.
And that's one of my
Poop jokes.
favorite things of
Improvised
improv
life.
is like making a cohesive world
Yeah.
and like living in that world for a bit and exploring what that means. And I found that really cool. And I really don't. The comedy part is secondary to me. I don't.
We fill a niche with After School Arcade because people hear improv troupe and they think like, oh, one-off jokes one after the other, kind of like stand-up comedy. And to be fair, like you watch other improv troupes, it's like, yeah, that's what they do primarily.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I can't even make one-off jokes.
One of
That's why we're not funny on this podcast.
What improv means to me is just like it's like seamless collaboration on like a granular level. It's
Yeah.
not like we're all like presenting ideas and then we decide on the best one. We all make something together.
No, it's like true teamwork.
Yeah.
True teamwork.
Improv is like building a house. You start off with nothing.
Like a little bit more like kind of voice.
Improv
It's
is that good?
yeah.
Can you put like bong water noises?
Okay, sure.
Improv is like building a house. You start with nothing and you put bricks in a way so you get a wall.
It's not how houses are made.
Sorry, are your walls not made of bricks, asshole?
I can't say I've used a brick in an improv scene.
That's
Made a
more
wall
valid
out of
criticism.
it. Yeah.
People don't make bricks anymore.
And
We used to make bricks
In this country,
in this country, in my house, my backyard. What's the most annoying British person you've ever met, Daryl?
Well, he's Irish. Does that count?
fuck.
Literally no.
Northern Ireland or
someone will
Southern
kill
Ireland?
you for hearing that.
I don't know any British people.
I saw a YouTube video of a guy having a swim in his own bin.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Listen, no bed. If I want to have a swim in my own bin, for the record, like the guy is quick to anger, but like he's also like kind of justified because there's this
Like,
dude.
leave
that's-
this poor man alone.
Yeah, he's just filming him in his car, and he's like, "I know, bed. I'm just trying to have a good day, all right?"
Yeah.
And it's like. Yeah, no bad. Yeah, no bad. He's just trying to have a good day.
That was
Let
the-
him have a swim in his own bin.
Yeah, that was that heat wave that England had no idea what to do with.
Oh, then
Yeah.
that is
It's
so
like-
justified.
Yeah.
Let him swim in the bin.
Let him swim. Hashtag justice for bin swimming.
Yes.
Well, the second part of Kat's questions is, I can't say I understand this. What do the nanos mean?
Oh, it's his iPod.
It's his belt.
Oh, hey! what do they
like-
mean?
It's almost like
their
every show,
meaning?
like somebody has.
That's the first thing I asked Paul when I met him.
Eye-catching.
Yeah, and it's. I can't go to fast food without being asked. Genuinely, I've tried counting. Out of the last 10 times I went to fast food, I got asked 8 times.
Doesn't that annoy you?
Yes,
I
at
feel
this
like
point, yes.
working at fast food, you see like so many, like NPCs come through, and then you see the one interesting one, and you're like, hey,
Paul's the player
rainbow
character.
iPods, and you like have to do that
Yeah.
just to make your day a little better.
I get annoyed of it on a personal front, but I never go like, oh, this shit again because of that reason. Because, like, people who work at
It's like,
McDonald's...
you can't wear them and be like, oh, people ask me about this rainbow belt I wear.
I mean, I was shocked at the beginning because I didn't wear
Yeah.
it genuinely to, like, make people ask. But as well, like, I knew that it would, like, stand out, but I also wear headbands and stuff like that. I didn't get asked about that too often. I thought it was not too weird. And also, like, people who work at McDonald's, like,
things get boring around there. Of course they're going to attach to something that looks interesting. So why the fuck not? Dear God. So I originally got the Daryl's doing a thing. I originally got the iPod.
Crab hands.
The first
Your
iPod.
crab hands.
He's making crab hands. I originally got the iPods because I was sick of looking at the titles on my phone, where it's like the title of music, and I kept
Because then you
swiping.
immediately skip it.
Yeah, because you immediately skip it, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I wasn't this hippy-dippy fucking answer, but I felt like I wasn't giving the music a chance.
Yeah, man. Give music a chance.
I didn't feel it. I
Give
just saw
love
the
a
name and
chance.
was
Yeah.
like,
And it's the grooves, man.
I do that all
And
the
I
time.
had this pink one. I had this pink one because originally in high school I bought it for parts and then never used it. It was like $5. Someone just sold it.
Parts.
Yeah, just I thought I
Took
could
it
take.
apart?
I thought I could take it apart and take it open, and I couldn't, so I just kept it.
Oh, yeah.
I was-
You need special tools.
Yeah, I was obsessed with
slip
like
it in.
amateur electrical engineering in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, slip it in. Yeah, after that I realized if I put multiple genres on the same one, it kind of sucked if I was in the mood for classical and would have to cycle through the whole damn thing. So I got more to get every genre, and soon I was like, well, I've got 6 of these. This looks absurd. May as well get all of them.
Get all the colors.
That's what they mean.
Do you have all the colors available right now?
In this generation, yes.
Cool.
All the colors
Thank
of
you
the
for your
wind.
question, Kat. You can come anytime.
You can come. Yeah, you can come now. You've been good. All right. So,
That reminds me, I used to shout at the top of my lungs, "Can I come out now?" when I was a kid, because I hated the bath.
that's.
And I was just sitting in the bed like,
Am I done yet?
Can I come out now?
I'm cooked. Okay, so
Actually,
this,
it's just afraid of being
this
alone.
actually is really cool. So we're at the end of the finale of season 2 of Credit Zero. Yay on 1, 3, 2, 1. Yay! And we happen to end on what I consider actually one of my favorite questions we've ever gotten.
Whoa,
High praise.
And it's related to improv.
This better be good.
This comes from Karen, who is not a Karen, and I believe that. What is an improv moment where you felt the magic?
Oh.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
I think I have an answer for this. In my first year of starting improv in 2015, we were doing a long form scene, a herald, as it were. If you're not in the improv, no, don't worry about it. I'll make it this story simple to follow along. And we cut to a scene where it was myself as some person's mother. This was with Jackson. I was working as Jackson's character's mother, working at a sandwich shop, and Jackson's character was thinking of leaving. And it started out as a comedic scene, but slowly became this scene where we didn't care about being funny, the story was more important, and it was in the air that everyone felt that the story was more important than a few one-off jokes. And it was, again, this was maybe like, no joke of a lie, the 6th or 7th scene I'd ever done at that point. And like, there was like a hush that fell over the room, like, everyone could feel this was important. And it was the first time ever that I had like done that in a scene. And also, I was new to improv. I didn't know serious prov yet. I didn't know this was possible.
Right.
So it's the first time that I even saw it happen. And I was like, holy shit. This is, and that was the word I used to associate with. This is magic. We pulled this out of nothing. And like, it was just a low, all things considered, low stakes scene where like a boy was thinking about going to university and his mom was sad about it. And like, the drama commences, blah, blah, blah. But it felt so damn real.
Yeah.
And that's just like magic, you know?
Yeah, I was telling another improv friend of mine that like,
Traitor.
no, this is the guy that I'm trying to get to our shows. Who's
Traitor.
done like Second City.
We should
and
be the only
Iowa and
ones.
stuff.
Gonna be
Well,
an
if he's
audience.
done Second City, he won't know what good improv is.
Never felt the magic.
Yeah.
No, he was saying no, he's incredibly experienced with improv.
Well,
But I was saying that like some serious prov scenes that we've done at Brock are some of the best like storytelling I've ever seen.
just some bag. Go on.
Would you like to share it with the rest of the class?
No. I said.
I know what he said. I know what he said.
I kept putting like words in quotation
snitch.
marks, and the one at the end was like he, and then I leaned into Leslie and went, just some bag lady he met on the street.
Yeah,
Was
that
that
is what
funny
he
to
said.
you?
That is what he said.
You laughed. He laughed at that.
Leslie, you have cracked a code. I didn't realize in middle school if like the teacher said, "Was that funny?" If you could just say, "Yeah." All right, go.
Yeah, no, I was telling him like it's some of the best like storytelling I've ever seen, and it's just because like they're not like they weren't people that most of them were not like drama people or writers or really into like movies at all. They're just like listening.
They're just listening and conveying emotions and like
and
piecing them together
and not stepping on each other and like listening really well. And that's when I say that like collaboration is my favorite part of improv, because it's like, oh, if we have like the right relationship, it's like it's not just like, oh, this process is good because it gets a good product. It's like this process is so good, I have no idea what it's gonna produce.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna produce something I can't imagine.
Like when we go into shows, I'm just like, gee, I wonder what's gonna happen tonight.
There's also certain times where I felt like jokes just like it just connected like a baseball bat. Like what? Remember
that was a baseball bat.
Yeah,
That's what that sound was.
Anyway,
like when we did that waiting room scene that you talk about all the time, where I yelled at that quiet girl.
oh yeah. Yeah, the first time she'd ever done improv in her entire life, I happened to give Luke, waiting game, you get suggestions on what you're waiting for. Like, you're waiting for the dough to rise, you're waiting for the firemen to show up, and, like, no one else knows what your quirk is. He got, from me, you're waiting for the person on your left to shut the hell up. And it just so happens that a woman that was in our improv club but never did a single scene was doing her first ever scene. She sat to the left of Luke. And by the grace of God, she had the first line in that scene, even though she didn't talk all that much in real life either. And, like, someone could have been subtle about it, like, build up to, like, the point of annoyance, you know, like, when she talks, like, look at her sternly or something like that. No, Luke goes balls to the wall. Luke, as soon as she says her first word, he just throws his arms up and goes, "Duh!"
Well, it felt good because it's like, oh, I can get a lot of laughs and not do very much. Because like it's like, oh yeah, she's talking and I'm mad, and that's all that has to be funny about it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Magic, Daryl?
I think it was during one of the summits that we did. I think it was at Western. The Western Summit.
Whoa.
Western University?
Western University.
UWO, as it were?
In London, Ontario.
Western
What the
Ontario.
fuck is the O for? Oh, okay.
Ontario, yeah.
University of Western Ontario.
University of Western Octopus.
Yo, what? Oh.
Yo doesn't begin with you.
Yo.
I
was trying to figure it out.
Up Walter's esophagus.
Esophagus.
You could have said, you could have said orifice,
I could have.
but I didn't.
Okay, so
Uh-oh, what opulence. Yeah.
we were doing a scene, and it was, I don't remember too much about the scene, but it was like one cohesive thing. Like all of us together, like we told like a story within 15 minutes, I would say. 15, 20 minutes. And it was all about, it was like we were in a museum. And it was like late night in the museum.
I remember this scene, I think. I
Yeah,
watched it.
Ben Stiller, yeah.
No, I've seen the scene, Jackal. It was a long form montage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember this.
Yeah, and so like I was playing with three other people. It was only a group of four that actually went to Western, and they were all like first year or second year students.
One of them was...
Ew. One was ew.
We should probably leave these
Sorry.
out. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, editor me. More work.
Ew.
Take out the clip of...
Stop saying it again.
Take out the clip of Drew saying 3 to 4 years old.
Yum.
Bitch.
I'm still bitch!
And yeah.
Guess that's why they call it the bitch.
Oh, I can even censor with Daryl's fuck!
And I'm talking too, so I don't know how this is gonna sound.
How what is going to sound, Daryl?
What's up?
My story, because I also say fuck, and it's like in my voice.
What's
Are you
going
guys not
on?
worried
What's going
about-
on, man?
Are you guys not worried about that?
No, we're not worried about it. Are you worried about that, man?
I'm worried that people are gonna think I'm saying fuck in my story.
Man, you're not saying fucking your story.
Okay.
Daryl.
It's just a censor sound, buddy.
No, but maybe some people
Do
listening
you think
for the first
maybe
time
you'd
are not-
enjoy when other people wipe your ass, too?
No. Do you want to wipe my ass?
I could.
If you enjoyed it, we would wipe your ass.
We would all wipe your ass.
Hold on.
Oh, there's always gotta be a party pooper.
Party pooper.
If we were in a tribe, you'd be left to the wolves.
Let's not say all, okay?
I'm actually
Wolves. I wouldn't wipe your ass for sport.
Yeah.
Come on.
wolves. Tarpeian Rock.
Volcano.
Yeah, I don't think there's very much else I can say. It was just like a very cool, cohesive story. We told the whole thing beginning to end. Oh, and what I liked about it was I was playing with 3 other people who are very like straight, so they're very like grounded.
My condolences.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like football.
They didn't touch your ass.
No, no.
They like Leonard Skinner.
He's crying.
Shut up. No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Did you two answer?
I have not answered yet.
What's your answer, Drew? Magic.
You know, I've been trying to decide between a couple because I have a hard time, what is the word? Remembering emotions, if that makes sense. Like past emotions and like refeeling them.
My condolences to Julia.
So, I still have emotions.
Who are you?
I hate you.
So I'm trying to like
Why are you in my bed?
piece together because like the magic sort of like feels in different ways. So the example I'm going to use is one of the first-ish scenes I did, one of the first games of Go. Y'all are talking about all these long-form, like, super serious scenes. Mine was hella gimmicky.
But that museum scene was not serious.
Okay, well, either
grounded,
long-form
not serious.
or serious, whatever. This was a super gimmicky Go scene where we were playing, like, cavemen, learning about fire for the first time, basically. And what was really satisfying, it was, like, one of my first months...
One of your first ever months?
existing.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And, despite it being one of my first ever months...
You couldn't even walk.
It was really good because the person
Everyone
I was playing
thought,
with
wow, what a cute baby.
was like one of the like upper
This baby's
year,
got a molecule in his hand.
like last year.
I got
So,
it.
what?
That's a
did
reference
his
from
toy.
Oh, got it.
Friends. Yeah.
They're all full of references from the podcast. Anyway, I'm rambling because y'all are distracting me. But
By
the
existing?
person I was playing with
Sounds like a you problem.
He mentioned butt. He wants your butt.
The improv partner was like one of the upper years, like final year of doing improv, and they were so good at like the yes and thing that they like, you know how in like a dance you like there's like the leader and like the follower so much.
Yeah.
But like
It sounds like a skill issue.
if you're like good at being the follower, then you're like actually helping the other person lead easier. Does that make sense? Like you're kind of leading, but they're leading.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Basically,
Not sure if I put in that analogy.
the situation was it made me very comfortable with leading the scene, and we were playing off each other very well. And
I feel like
it felt so smooth.
I'd put that more to like a tennis player. Like the better your opponent, the better you're gonna play.
Or like
Unless they fucking smash you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like
yeah, I'm into
the
that.
tennis metaphor is like, you know,
Get smashed by a tennis player?
sweaty.
if the person you're
Alright.
sharing a scene with is really good at
sweaty.
improv, you'll do better improv.
Yeah.
And you'll lead more
Yeah.
because you feel
So
inspired.
that was
Topping
basically
from
the
the bottom.
situation.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was the first time I ever felt that. Not that everybody else I was like performing with was shit, but that was the first time I ever like felt that like seamless connection.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
topping from the bottom.
All right. Really, a 50 Shades of Grey quote?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Wow, dude. Well, I mean, I'm equally shameful for knowing it.
Yeah. I didn't know it was from 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, don't I look like the antagonist now? Leslie, save me from this.
Whoa.
Well, I would
That's
say the most magical moments are, yeah, similar to what Daryl said about, like, when you just really make a cohesive story and it plays out.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly what I said.
But I was going to give a more
Yeah, he said
specific
the word
example.
museum in there.
Pretty sure he said museum once.
But yeah, the really like cohesive team moments where you make a good story where people are playing off each other and everyone has that kind of equal play in it. It just feels great.
Doesn't sound specific to me.
But there was one occasion where it wasn't with a group of people. It was in my only 2-person scene I've ever done with you when you were my coach.
What?
And we were playing Look, Look Away.
Who was the coach?
You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure for the viewers at home.
And we were playing Look, Look Away.
I remember that.
And you were trying to get us to like, because it's a difficult scene to play with. So Look, Look Away is like, you can only talk when you're looking at each other. And then you have to like look away between your next conversational point kind of thing. But so it can be hard to work with and hard to develop a story for. And I remember I was struggling with it, and then Paul and I did a scene, and I can't remember what prompt you gave me, but it was a really serious, deep, like, I left this scene with tears in my eyes. I was so involved.
Oh, man.
And, like, I had never felt that way doing, like, an improv scene. I was just like, holy shit. Like, I got, like, immersed.
You
100%.
got jiggy with it.
I really did get jiggy.
Na 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 na.
You said
No,
we
no,
would
no,
never
no.
do it again.
You
I almost-
promised.
I almost feel guilty about that. Like, it's
What?
cool that it gets that
No,
out.
no, no. It was like, I don't know. I just, I really
feel
got
bad
into
for
my
Jiggy.
role. I was like crying for my character, you know? Yeah.
Let them have this moment.
I do
there.
remember the moment afterwards because we ended the scene and
With
I
a
asked,
hug or something, and it was
Yeah.
like a cold, upsetting hug of like, we're parting ways, but.
Oh no, I meant after the scene ended. I like asked you 3 times
like,
in a
"Are you
row
okay?"
if you were okay, and I felt bad. Yeah.
No, but that felt like one of the most like, I don't know, just genuine improv. Magic.
Yeah.
Genuine improv magic.
In the air.
This has been cool. Look at us! Look at us go! 4 years strong as a troupe, and we're making memories like this. We're making magic like this. We're making poop jokes. We're never singing Getting Jiggy with It ever again, and that's a credit zero promise. We even brought up Regis Philbin. We did!
Check.
Oh, beautiful.
And Drew admitted to stuff.
Yeah! And I admitted to genuine crimes. Yeah!
You guys bickered, so.
We always pick. That's a staple of every episode. Anyway, congratulations on our longest episode ever. Congratulations to you for listening to our longest episode ever.
My name's Daryl.
Did you have things to do today? Did you have your dishes to do? Thanks, Daryl. Did you have things to do?
My
Oh,
name's
bad
Drew.
news. Because you're never doing them again. You have to listen
My
to this
name's Leslie.
immediately from the start all
name's
over
Luke.
again. You could be doing your laundry. My name is Paul, and I'll see you later.